Welcome to the League of Melanated Gentlemen podcast. My name is Spenser, and I'm one of your hosts in this podcast that we do. And today, I'm joined by the other two members of the League of Melanated Gentlemen to give you a review.
Yes, sir. This is Brandon.
And of course, I am Jordan.
Before we review anything, there are places where you can talk to us and find us and tell us what you think, how you feel about all the things. And Jordan is going to tell you about those places.
Yeah, so we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and we're all at the League of Melanated Gentlemen. That's where you can, find us and come holler at us. Anything you want to talk about, we're down. And if we can't make it, somebody in the group is willing to talk about it. Leave comments on that. We do see comments on there. We try to get back to all the comments and everything. But yeah, just come hang out with us. Come hang out with us. And of course, don't forget to rate and subscribe and leave a review. All the good stuff that helps us out. The more reviews out there, the better we look. And hopefully, you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, let us know that too. We're not afraid of criticism here. Schedule updates, of course, on Mondays is when the main episode drops. So you can come find us bright and early. On Tuesdays, bi-weekly, we have LMG Presents Marvel Multiverse RPG. That's a Marvel role-playing game that we play here on the channel. Brandon has a backlog of episodes on his podcast, Wrestling with Worldwide Willis. That is, like I said, it was a review podcast where he's talking about wrestling. Brandon, anything going on in wrestling?
Yeah, we just had SummerSlam this past weekend. Kind of got drowned out by a lot of other stuff, but SummerSlam is the biggest two-night event now. It was in Minneapolis, so we got the big Oba Brock matchup. Obo ended up winning. Spoilers for those who probably don't care, but Obo ended up winning. Roman Reigns is still the champ. CM Punk is still the champ. Not a huge big changes, but I will say Chelsea Green won the interim women's championship since Rhea Ripley's hurt. So that was kind of the biggest deal from it.
Wait, so I thought what's the name retired?
Brock?
Brock, yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of, at least so far,
tour?
it's kind of hard to say in wrestling, but he'll probably pop up and do something. But like in ring proper storyline, I think this is the end. This is the last. That was the last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then every week, Spenser has a new episode out on DC Animation with Spenser and Friends. That is his review podcast where he's going through the entirety of the DC animated universe. He's finished all of the movies. He's currently in season 3 of Young Justice, and people are enjoying it. And he grabs a guest, and his guest is Cassidy, and they sit and watch it and talk about it.
It's been a good time. I'm glad that she has joined us, and hopefully you will join us on this journey through DC Animation. It's a good show, and even if you don't watch it, you can listen to us talk about it, and I can tell you how good a show it is.
Right.
But yeah, very, very good quality television that we've got there.
So yeah, that's everything that we have here.
So today, the MCU's got new hotness. Theatrical hotness. We are in a bit of a review season again. I'm sure you will notice coming up, we'll be reviewing a few things. So we will get this review season started off with the MCU's newest hotness, Spider-Man Brand New Day. I will read a synopsis for this film in my own words, and then we are just going to talk about it. If you haven't seen the movie, then that's on you.
It's on you. You're grown.
Because we're gonna talk about it.
Big time for this one.
And, well, I'll say it later, but all right. We open with Peter Parker reintroducing himself since everybody forgot who he was. We have a 4-year montage that shows that Peter has been keeping the streets safe while Ned and MJ move through MIT. Spider-Man is loved and celebrated by the city, but Peter is lonely as fuck. There is an armored vehicle making its way to damage control, and Spider-Man tries to stop it. Punisher is also trying to stop it, but Spider-Man has to sideline him because this movie is PG-13. The armored car makes it into damage control, and the driver is a woman who has no idea what's going on. Spider Man realizes that she's possessed, and the possessor attempts to hop into Spider Man's head but is rejected. The possessor is able to successfully free Scorpion, so Spider Man goes to visit Yelena for information since she's got Avenger level resources. Yelena tells Spider Man that there have been multiple attacks, and the attackers have all been looking for VMAX. Spider Man goes to see the damage control director, and he has no idea what VMAX is. Peter ends up running into Ned, and he goes over to Ned and MJ's house because they're having a little party, a little welcome back party. They don't know who Peter is, but whenever Peter sees MJ kissing some dude, he has a trauma response and goes home. He wakes up and his senses are super heightened and he has organic webs now. Peter tries to get used to the new situation, but Scorpion is attacking damage control. Turns out the possessor has Scorpion and starts talking shit. So Spider-Man's eyes go black and he beats the shit out of Scorpion. And a responding officer ends up hurt. Peter goes to visit Bruce Banner to ask him about his inhibitor device and making one for himself as well as the possessor. He is unable to fix the issue of overheating, but during one of the tests, the possessor pulls up on him. They know who he is, and they know about MJ, so they threaten to go get MJ. Spider-Man collects MJ, and she says that she kinda remembers him. They share a kiss, but it turns out it was the possessor. Spider-Man gives up and saves MJ from falling, and he manages to get eyes on the actual possessor's body. Spider-Man takes MJ to Punisher's house to keep her safe, and Spider-Man is then able to complete his inhibitor because Frank has all the shit that he needs, and MJ is very smart. Spider-Man finds out the possessor is a telepath named Jean Grey. She is attacking damage control once again, but this time she's there in person. Spider-Man goes to get her, and she has control of the Hulk. Punisher comes in with the assist, and Spider-Man has a brief scuffle with the Hulk while Jean uses the Punisher to get to the head of damage control. Spider-Man is able to get an inhibitor on Jean, and she is taken into custody by damage control. Jean mentions the name Sarah, and the director says that Sarah was his friend who died recently. Spider-Man goes back to Punisher's house, and MJ reads his note. He tells her that he loves her, and she confirms that she does not have any idea who he is. He takes her back home, and Peter gets to spend a little time with Ned. Little BF time. MJ mentions that she has zero memories with the possession, which means that there's no way Jean got Sarah from the director's head. So he's a big fat phony. Yelena tells Spider-Man that Sarah was Jean's sister and damage control abducted her. In a flashback, Sarah is showing Jean how to use her powers and how to body hop, and then Sarah gets taken. VMAX is all the information that Jean was able to get from Sarah. Damage control starts experimenting on Jean, and Jean sees VMAX on the unit on the ceiling. She realizes that Sarah died in that room, and rage gives her the power to mentally lock down everyone within 1 kilometer of her position. Spider-Man makes his way to damage control to stop her, and Punisher sets up on a roof because we know what he's about. Jean uses the hand ninjas, and a fight ensues. Spider-Man has to remove his inhibitor, and he's able to handle the ninjas, and he's able to get into the room with Jean. He lets Jean into his mind, and Aunt May tells her that she is loved. Through the power of friendship, Jean is a good person now, but Frank already pulled the trigger. So Spider-Man takes the bullet. Frank carries Spider-Man to the hospital, and when Spider-Man wakes up, Frank tells him that Jean kept him alive with her voodoo shit. Peter decides that he needs friends, so after leaving the hospital, he runs into Ned as Peter, and they do their secret handshake. After the credits, Ned's Spidey tracker finds a Spider-Man in outer space. And that's the movie.
No way I detected.
Yeah.
Sir,
So,
that's the movie.
before we get into talking about this film, I would like to call in a teaching moment.
Mhm.
And I would like to call in a teaching moment because Jean Grey has not been in the MCU.
Nope.
Many comic book fans already know who Jean Grey is, but if you are somebody who only deals with the MCU, then you don't know who Jean Grey is. If you are somebody who only deals with Spider-Man, you may or may not know who Jean Grey is. I know that there are a lot of people who have not been keeping up with the entire MCU, but that went to see this film.
Mhm.
And so I thought it would only be fair if we did a teaching moment for Jean Grey. So, if you could please.
Yeah, I think that's really fair. I think when Spencer said, I'm like, man, come on, now, everybody knows Jean Grey. But then, yeah, too, like you said, not everyone is locked into anything. And, this could be the first introduction to them. So I'm going to tell you who Jean Grey is because Jean Grey has been a part of my life for a long time. So Jean Grey Ash Summers, she's also Summers. She goes by a lot of names. First of all, she used to go by Marvel Girl, Dark Phoenix, White Phoenix, uh, Red, which Wolverine likes to call her. But basically, Jean Grey is a mutant telepath slash telekinetic abilities. So she can move stuff with her mind. She can read people's mind, um, and just kind of her base form, like who she is. She is strong, but not like crazy strong. But where she, do I go that far? Should I go into the Phoenix?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
where she becomes a bigger player is when the cosmic entity known as the Phoenix takes over her body, and so she gets godlike powers to be able to basically do almost anything she wants to telepathically, telekinetically, deal fire, resurrect from death. This character also dies a lot. She does die a lot, but she also comes back. Hence, she's Phoenix. Um, but basically, like her history is this. The MCU might be changing it, and it could be for the good, actually. Depending, I'm curious how they handle all the mutants. So basically, how she is in here, she had a family and everything, but she became too much for her family to handle, and her family contacted Charles Xavier, aka Professor X, to basically come and put a mental block on her to keep her from fully using her powers. And so that's how she basically kind of came to be like with the X-Men or with the school of mutants. But she was created in 1963 July, X-Men #1, and created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, the famous duos. Uh, and she has a long history. I'm not going to go into like all of her history, but she has an incredibly long history. But she is most well known for kind of dealing with the X-Men and the Phoenix and some cosmic stuff. I'll go to kind of some of her powers and abilities because the MCU looks like she's basically at the beginning of everything. She's still young, so she's learning to use her powers. She is an Omega level mutant, and so yeah, being able to telepathically move stuff with her mind, psychically attack people, uh, commune with animals, read mind transfers. Like it's literally like all the different type of stuff that kind of dealing with mental powers. No one, I would say, probably maybe two, three people might be on the same level as her when it comes to being able a psychic, basically. She's
Mhm.
definitely top three in the entire Marvel universe. And when she becomes a Phoenix, she is number one, no doubt about it. But I think that's where I'll kind of leave it at for now, though. She is a very important character to the X-Men universe and the mutant universe as a whole.
Okay.
Like it.
Okay. Now, I know Jean's history as like, yeah, she had a family, but her parents were like, oh no, we can't do this.
Mhm.
So, Charles comes and gets her. Are you familiar with her having a sister at all? Let
I
alone
did
a
not.
sister with powers?
I did not know this. I consulted some of the guys I know who are also big X-Men fans, and I mean we're around the same age. We were not aware of this at all. So this was something brand new for us. And like once we started looking it up, it's like, yeah, she did have a sister. Now I don't know how much she necessarily played a part uh in the comics like that, but she did have a sister. It was revealed.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
And this has been a teaching moment. And again, most people who are in this world already knew who Jean Grey was. X-Men have a lot of media.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, there are a few actors who have played Jean Grey. So,
Hmm.
yeah, like she's been around in things. If you've seen anything from the X-Men, like she's one of the main ones, she's one of the OGs. I don't know if there are really any X-Men items that she's not in, other
Yeah,
than
like,
the strictly Wolverine stuff.
and
Okay.
even when they
Yeah.
like put the X-Men in other media, like outside, like fighting games, like she's always one of the characters who appears at some point.
Yeah, like she's
Yeah.
usually very yeah, like she's in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Uh and she was tough to use, but if you knew how to use her, she was a problem. Anyway,
And she could do the whole resurrect thing too. And that I remember.
yes. And yeah, if you got her to be the Dark Phoenix, it was tough.
Yeah,
But um let's go ahead and talk through this movie. I sometimes I like to ask how you felt about the movie walking out of the theater, but I think today we'll talk through it and then get into how we felt about it. So
Okay.
the movie opens with Peter kind of reintroducing himself because in the last Spider-Man film, Doctor Strange had to write something up so that everybody would forget that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. So he is doing everything alone and, behind the mask. Like he has basically put Peter away almost permanently, and Spider-Man is it.
Hmm.
So he is keeping the city safe, and New York seems to like him. And he's also keeping up with what Ned is doing because he remembers Ned, even though Ned does not remember him.
Right.
And so we see like a montage just kind of happen across 4 years. It's Spider-Man saving the city and everybody in New York really embracing him.
going against some iconic villains there,
Yeah,
even some lesser known villains too.
I
Hmm.
vividly remember seeing Scorpion. I vividly remember seeing Tombstone.
And we
Tombstone. Yep.
also got to see Boomerang, which is he's a little lesser known character, but he was the one like the little things were heading towards Spider-Man, and Spider-Man kind of slowly dodging them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's another Spider-Man villain. We obviously got to see the Hand, which this
Yes.
is their first MCU appearance.
The Hand was well, I mean, the Hand
Yeah.
was in
Netflix.
Daredevil.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Netflix
yeah,
Daredevil, yeah, but
But yeah.
uh so the MCU has heard of the Hand. I'll say that.
yeah.
But yeah. And so we see this 4 year montage and then Ned and MJ are graduating. So they are done. And
Hmm.
we see that Spider-Man, has a little bit of a relationship with one of the police officers. Like not quite a Jim Gordon, but similar vibe to a Jim Gordon
Yeah.
Yeah.
situation.
I like that.
So yeah, we all and she's his only friend, really. Like she's kind of like, you've been having those headaches still.
Yeah.
You need to go see.
The
You need
fact
to do
that
something about that.
I mean, the fact that they talk a lot of he out here mentioning the headaches and everything to her.
But Peter's chatty, so
True.
True.
yeah, I'm
I, w-
sure he has been.
I will say, like, it was dope to see her character because, it might be a spoiler, but like, just in researching it, like figuring out like she plays a bigger part down the line. It was kind of cool that like, oh, they used that. They didn't use it as just a spot cameo, throw out a name and that's it. But like she played a role in the movie, and
Yeah.
she's a really great actor. So she actually like played a role, and they built their relationship up to where whatever happens later on actually means something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, did y'all know who she was? I had no idea who she was. I didn't know she was a comic book character, actually.
No.
yeah. I didn't either.
I
And
I wondered if she was going to have any relation to Miles.
A lot of people
Um,
Yeah,
did early on. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like, and I didn't know if she was, but I just that's kind of what I wondered was I wondered if they like swapped
the
Miles's parents, and yeah, I wonder if they
job,
just
Yeah,
yeah,
moved
swap
some
their
things around.
jobs.
yeah.
Uh, but and another cameo we got, it was real small, but Kingpin's chief of staff, uh, the
Oh,
black
was he?
lady, whenever they were giving Peter like a key to the city or something, but it was real brief. But yeah, like she
Oh, I didn't
was
know
the
that.
one presenting. Yeah,
Oh,
and
I
again, that
didn't
was a
even notice
tiny.
that.
It was tiny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I was like, okay, continuity.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I like
All
that.
no,
right,
yeah,
yeah,
I did not see that at all.
I didn't see that. I like that though. And for the cop lady, a lot of people like Spencer said, a lot of people when she got cast, they were like, "Oh, we getting Miles." Da da da. You know what I mean? They just assumed. But
yeah,
I do like. I thought she made a character who's known in the comic books, but kind of kind of unless you're a super Spider-Man fan, maybe not the most. But she made her like relevant. You know what I mean?
yeah. Because I assumed okay, because I know Batman. I was like, okay, she may be like a Renee Montoya
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
situation.
Hmm.
But yeah. So yeah, that's Peter's pretty much only friend.
Yeah.
But he's still keeping it real close to the vest,
Hmm.
even with her. But there's a tank that is pretty much heading to the damage control HQ. And
Hmm.
this tank it's a problem. Like they
Right.
are trying to stop it. And whenever we saw Frank, I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
alrighty."
Yeah,
See,
man.
So
I think. Oh,
let
go
me
ahead, go
ask y'all
ahead.
something real quick. So, did y'all watch any trailers?
Only the
I
first
did.
one for me.
I watched the first teaser. Yeah.
Okay, so what did y'all already know?
I knew he was in it,
I knew he was in it.
and the Hulk. That's the only thing I went. I
Same.
knew.
Okay, I
Same.
heard Hulk was in it, but that was all I knew for sure, and that was just
Hmm.
kind of like from people. But
Yeah.
so Hulk and Punisher were in the trailer.
They were
Yeah.
in the first two, and then after I watched the movie, I went to go watch all the other trailers. Yo, they really be giving out too much in trailers, bro.
I'm telling
Like,
you,
Yeah. That scene they kind of gave away.
well, yeah, that
Yeah.
scene, and I know we'll get to it later, but when Hulk is like really big, that was in the trailer.
Yeah.
I'm like I was so amazed to see how big Hulk got, and I know we'll get there. But like that was in the trailer. I'm like, why did you put that in the trailer? That would have been cool not to know, like it was for us, not to know that they finally got a good looking Hulk.
I.
that's
I.
why.
Yeah. I kind of like thinking from a business standpoint. I'm like, I get it. It's kind of you got to throw a little bit out there, but you should like do Bruce Banner. You ain't got to do
Yeah,
full
yeah,
hulked out Hulk or something. Like, you know what I mean? There's
because
ways
he
to
looked
do it.
way better. He looked way better in this than he's ever looked. I feel like they have to do that because Red Hulk looks so good.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. True.
But
But yeah,
yeah, I had
when he came on screen, like, first of all, this movie had two of my favorite Marvel characters. So, other than Cap, obviously. And, like, yeah, when he came on the screen, I was like, oh, we're locked in. Like, even
now.
knowing that it was going to happen, I was just joyous.
Now, Frank brought a different side to the movie. This is, and I talked with Brandon about this. Spencer, when your son gets a little bit older, you'll be in on this too. This is my daughter's first MCU theater movie. Like she's
Yeah.
seen phase one. Phase one was
Same.
clean.
yep.
Now you
Hmm.
bring in Frank. Frank was doing a lot of cussing, and I was like, all right,
He like that S word. He was throwing that S
Yeah.
word around.
Throwing that thing
Like
around.
yeah,
he dropped like six,
Yeah.
yeah. So
and I was
I had to
honestly
prepare a
I
little
was
bit.
like, yes, that's what I want from
Right.
Frank.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's
100%.
yeah. That's exactly what I wanted. But then I'm like,
Like,
damn, when you bring your kids to this, I'm like, it's a little rough, a little
I
rough.
mean,
And
yeah.
they're gonna, I mean, yeah, they were gonna be like, well, we said PG-13. Are you
No,
kids 13? All
you're
right.
Yep.
right. You're right. No, you're
No,
right.
true.
That's why we
I would
got
have
to adhere to
been
that.
honestly, I would have been more pissed if he would have held his punches. I would have been like, bro, this ain't my Frank, bro. This ain't my Frank. Whereas I'm glad, and I just had to have a conversation. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what made
They
it
let
even
him be
better?
Frank. And
Yeah,
that's what I was worried about. When I saw him, I was like, please don't PG-13 him.
Well, I
yeah,
was like, the good thing they did was when he actually got to use his guns, it was against the Hulk. And it wasn't really
yeah,
doing nothing to the Hulk, but they still let him use the big
They let
guns. I
him,
was like,
yeah.
good way to
yeah,
do that. Good way to do
yeah. That's
that.
smart. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
So he shows
He
up,
he smacked the
and
fire out of Frank too.
yeah,
That car scene, like
Mm-hmm.
he backed up, went through the window, fired him
And
up, boy.
yeah.
a
But
drop
that's the
kick
thing.
from hell, bro.
Frank pulled out the shotgun and was like, "You better move."
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man took his gun, pulled out another one,
Yeah.
and then he said,
That
"All right,
see
wow."
that type
Yeah.
of comedy right there was good. I don't need a funny
That's
Frank, but that is good. That
Frank
is
Yeah,
just being
good.
Frank is funny.
yeah, he's just
You know what
right.
I mean?
Because
Like Frank being Frank is funny.
even in Daredevil in that first season, whenever he showed up in Matt's house, like
Yeah,
he was hilarious.
he
But wasn't
was.
that wasn't what he was trying to do? He was just
Right.
being Frank.
Yeah.
But he was so funny. That whole exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, the whole I saved you in where were they at? In Venezuela? No, he said I saved you there. And he's like, man, you still holding on to that. Like that whole
Yeah.
exchange is
Yeah.
really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah. And that's the thing, like we don't they just talk about it. Like
Hmm.
I wondered if we would get a flashback or if Spider-Man somehow intervened in that Punisher one shot and we just didn't know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's what I assumed it was. Is
Gotcha.
Spider-Man at some point helped because that was a tough day for Frank.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. But yeah, Spider-Man got to kick him out of his car because Spider-Man knows what Frank is there to do.
Right. Right.
And Spider-Man's like, we're not doing that.
Hmm.
So yeah, Frank gets kicked out of his van, and Spider-Man is having some trouble with his armored car.
Yeah.
Like it's an issue. Like this is a real
Oh,
tank.
also, have you guys played the Spider-Man video games?
I
No.
haven't.
Okay, I've played all three. This whole entire like first probably 20, 30 minutes of the movie straight out the video game. Like these guys fighting the tank straight out the video game. The fact like he's jumping off the buildings, doing all these crazy tricks, those are all straight out the video game. All the combat when he's like fighting on top of a roof, kicking people off and then webbing them to the wall.
Hmm.
That is straight from the video games.
Really?
They did an amazing job with one to one. Like even towards the end of the movie, when he's like doing that web turnaround, like upside down, like spreading it all out.
Yeah.
That's all from the video game too. Like they did a really good job with that. Like this whole street fight scene is literally like that first mission of like the second video game or something like that.
And
For
speaking of the cinematography, there was a lot of first person in this movie.
So dope. That
Yeah.
was so dope.
And
Especially the inside
Yeah.
suit, the inside of his
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
yeah, so I was like the cinematographers made some good decisions in this movie,
Yeah.
generally speaking. Like I like what was happening there. So this tank makes it to damage control, and we see that there's just a nice little old lady in there.
Hmm.
And Peter clocks something
Yeah.
whenever that lady is no longer in there. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
so Peter's like, "What? You moved?"
So that
Mhm.
was in the first trailer. So like we kind of knew that something was going on because that whole scene of like them inside damage control and switching, that was in the very first trailer that they ever showed off. But at that time, we didn't know who it was. Hell, during the movie, I still didn't know who it was.
And
Same.
we'll talk about that. But so Spider-Man isn't quite sure what's going on, but he knows, like, all right, I kind of know where you are. I'm gonna see where you are. And then the possessor tried to get into Spider-Man's head, and Spider-Man was like, "No, no,
Hmm.
not I." And she was like, "Did you just kick me out? That's it's weird. Oh, all right, that's
Which I
fine."
still don't know how. Did y'all understand how he was able to do it? I still don't get it.
I assume it was just mental fortitude, and she wasn't
Yeah.
strong enough to
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh, because eventually she does get in, right?
But
Yeah,
also he
eventually.
opens the door.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So like,
Yeah, I guess I didn't really understand like how she wasn't able to get in, but she's still kind of learning her powers, maybe.
yeah, my assumption is she just wasn't strong enough to
Yeah.
Okay.
It's,
stay in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you sneak somebody and possess them, then yeah, but like he was looking at her, he was aware of it, and the Spidey sense may have allowed him to. Yeah, um, it's unclear, but I think she just wasn't strong enough.
Okay.
So, and we'll talk about that in a minute too. But um, this person who is possessing others is able to reach the person calling orders for Scorpion being freed because Scorpion is being transferred.
Right.
So they're able to, get him free. And so Spider-Man is like, I need help with this. I need somebody that has access to things. So he goes to see Yelena. I am always happy to see Yelena.
Always.
That was so random. It was kind of, she's like, we're the Avengers. Like, hey,
Yeah.
let's be clear.
Yeah,
We
first
are
of
the
all, yeah.
Avengers.
Yeah. Respect the title.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I love her every time I see her. And, maybe this is a terrible thing, but I was like, does she have her titties out right now?
Dude, I thought the same thing.
Like,
And I was
she's
like, I hope we get a
naked.
scene of her standing up in the water from
Yeah,
behind.
and I figured we wouldn't.
We wasn't gonna get that, yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, she's naked. All right, is Peter about to have to be naked?
And Peter got in the water.
He got in the water, and
He in the
I thought he was
water.
going to be naked, but he kept his underwear on.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
But I thought he
bricked
was
up
going
in
to have
that
to
water.
show her what he was working with.
Yeah, about to
Like,
hit him with the webs.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was going to be.
It's funny.
But and she was like, "I've seen your belly button."
Yeah.
But because she was like, "You really gonna keep the mask on? That's
Yeah.
what we're doing." But anyway, um, so they talk, they have a discussion, and she's got, all of the resources that he needs. And so she's like, well, there've actually been multiple attacks. Like there's a pattern here.
Mhm.
So damage control is one piece of the pattern, and she is looking for VMAX. Like the VMAX has shown up every time this person has appeared. And see, for me, that did not help me figure out who this was.
Oh,
Same.
like while
And it
watching
wasn't
the
supposed
movie
to
in my head, I'm like, VMAX. What am I missing?
Yeah,
Like,
same.
yeah,
I was like, all
I was
right,
like,
let me.
is it short for something? Like V
Yeah,
hyphen
same.
max? Like,
yeah.
what is
Like
this?
I was truly trying to figure that out.
Because I was like, if it had been W Max, I'd have been like, okay, that's Wanda.
Yeah.
But
Oh, damn.
like I was trying to come. I was trying to come up with
In my
something.
head, I was putting the letters backwards. Like I was trying to mix them all, jumble them up in my head while watching.
Same, bro.
Like,
I was
Yeah,
like in
I
my
was
head, I'm
legit,
trying
like,
to
really doing detective work.
right,
To,
yeah.
like the board with all the shit on it, the red
Yeah,
lines.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm doing that in my head. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm really trying to figure. And also, because I know that this person has possession powers, I wasn't 100% sure it was a psychic. So I was trying to come up with people like, okay, but once they reveal it's Jean Grey, we're going to talk about our own experience with that.
oh yeah.
So we're not there yet. But VMAX is mentioned, and so Spider-Man goes to damage control, and they're like, hey, we detect that you're a metahuman. You need to take that mask off. And he was like, I will not take this mask
Yeah.
off.
Shit, they're about to let that boy have it though.
Yeah, they were about to, yeah. It was like, take that goddamn, and the director's like, we don't have to do that. And I was like, okay, black director, I don't love that because you're not a good person. And I know
Right.
that. Like,
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny? That is the guy from Severance, and he's like the boss there at Severance, which is shown on Apple. If people don't know, it's an amazing show.
oh, that's him.
But yeah, that's literally him.
I did not realize that was him.
And so when I saw him, I was like, oh shit, what he doing here? I was like, oh yeah, I know he about to be bad. I was like,
Oh yeah.
I just know it. I
Yeah.
just know it.
The moment I
No.
saw him, I was like, he's gonna be more like Amanda Waller than Nick Fury is.
Absolutely.
Like he's gonna be like he may not be inherently evil, but he's gonna be, I'm doing what's good for the nation, and that involves hurting others. Like
Right.
and yeah, using, and because whenever I saw that he had the hand on payroll, I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
confirmed.
Right.
He's a
Yeah,
bad
he's like,
person.
well, it's like, we're trying to rehabilitate them. They could be good too.
I heard him say it, but I was like, I know.
See,
You,
that's Mr. Milchick right there. That's that dirty organization, the corporate man trying to play us. Well, Milchick, we're not falling for that again.
yeah. So whenever he's like, "Oh yeah, just let him through. He's fine." And so I'm sorry, Spider-Man is like, "Hey, what's VMAX?" And he's like, "I have no idea what that is."
Yeah.
Did you believe him?
Nope, I was like, he lying.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I was like,
Absolutely not.
"Yeah, he know what it is. He know
Yeah.
exactly what it is."
Yeah.
A liar. So I was calling him a phony way before I knew.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
But yeah, because I was like, of course you know what VMAX is. Like, why
yeah,
wouldn't you?
man. Stop
Yeah.
lying, bro.
Yeah,
You
shut
know all the
up.
secrets.
Yeah.
So uh then, Peter is out and he sees Ned and he's like, "Oh, my friend."
Yeah.
And so he knows that Ned is having a party and he just drops by the house and I forgot what he named himself, but
Yeah, what
he
is it?
told them his name was something weird,
Yeah, something else. Yeah,
Yeah. I forgot what it was.
Thurgood. Like it was
Yeah.
something
Something
very
weird. Yeah.
old. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But so yeah, he goes to their house and, he's just having a good time. He's just there. And then he sees Mary Jane, and her name is
damn.
not even Mary Jane anymore. Her name is like Michelle. But he sees MJ with some other man,
Damn,
Mm-hmm.
bro. That's tough.
Tough. Broke his heart, brother.
heartbroken.
Yeah.
It ain't even her fault.
No, it's nobody's.
Not our fault at all. Yeah.
It's gonna
Well, I mean,
happen.
it's his fault. It's his fault. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
I mean, he played himself. Yeah.
he was like,
yeah.
"I have to leave."
Yeah.
Like he saw that and immediately got sick.
I know
Yeah.
that boy's throwing up in the air.
Yeah. Oh,
People in New York getting hit with the whoop, boy. He was
made him
sick.
sick. And so he goes home and passes out.
Yeah.
And when he wakes up, he's in a web cocoon
Mm-hmm.
outside, naked, and he's being sensory overloaded.
Right.
Like he can hear and see, like everything's happening for him. And he's got the way that they did his organic webs was gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
It's like coming out a little bit,
when it
little
oozed,
pre cum.
I
Yeah,
was like,
a little nasty.
ooh, I don't like that. And he was also disgusted by it.
Yeah. He was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Yeah, that was
that
funny.
I was not ready for the
I
ooze.
like the reference though. He's like, I mean, come on now, Spider-Man 2 had it.
Yes. He's
Yeah, he
like, oh,
did.
Peter 2 had
Spidey
it.
Oh,
suit. Yeah,
Peter 2
suit.
had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
will
so
say,
I knew they were gonna pull from that.
yeah. Just to reference the comics, that was like a storyline. I guess it's called The Other, like 2005 to 2006. Like the mutation really had taken over to the point to where he's basically fighting himself as far as like they basically did a really good job of explaining it. Like the that part is taking over his human side to where like yeah he's just waking up just in a full
Yeah.
web like yeah it's
So that's a
crazy.
good point, Brandon. So what? So is it or is this story based on any comic books? Like
So
I know you just mentioned the one.
yeah, I mean they did a really good job of mashing a bunch of comic books together because Brand New Day there is a comic called I think it's called The New Day or yeah something like that where it's basically the same logic. It's like 2008 2009. It's kind of controversial, but yeah, they basically reset his life. He's not married to Mary Jane. A lot of his friends are brought back who were dead, but they're put in different positions. They don't know him. His public identity is now secret again. Like this was kind of based off of that, and then they kind of filled a lot of other stuff in, like like the hand. He faced the hand in comic books countless times. You know what I mean? Like little stuff like that, tombstone, like you guys said, so it's not like based fully off of a comic book. There is a run that kind of resets everything, and I think they did a really good job of like kind of
I
placing a
think
bunch of different stuff in there.
is that the one? Is that the one he makes a deal with Mephisto and he gets everyone everyone forgets who he is because yeah I think okay so I think that's what happens after Civil War happens. People know who
Yeah.
he is, and then I think Mephisto he makes a deal with Mephisto to get everybody to forget or to forget he's Spider-Man. But I don't remember what
Mhm.
happened after that. I think that's maybe that's the storyline. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
and
thought
then
it
that
was
one,
Doctor Strange who did it. I didn't know it was Mephisto.
I think it was Mephisto.
it might,
Yeah,
yeah,
I feel like
Mephisto.
yeah, I might have to look it up.
Yeah, I have to double check. But yeah, they basically took that because in that run, that's the one where I think I saw real recently where in that run, Magneto flips the world upside down. And so, man, Manhattan's going through natural disasters and Spider Man is going through saving people and stuff. And like, that's the Daily Bugle, like stops harassing Spider-Man. It's a whole thing. But overall, like they pull from a ton of different stuff. Like the Punisher stuff, that's his own comic. The Jean Grey stuff is like its own thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I knew
and I
that
do
one.
want to say the director of this movie is also the director of Shang-Chi, was also the director of Wonder Man. So my dude's really putting in work and done a great job. And apparently he was the person who requested Jean Grey be in this movie. Like,
Mm,
you know what I mean? That was not a Feige or MCU like, directive for him to fit her in. He was like specifically, I want Jean Grey in my movie. And for them to give him that, that means my man got a lot of cachet. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because that's no small character at all. Like
Yeah,
you pull that lever, there's no going back. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So, but yeah,
Because like we've
uh,
introduced mutants, but we like haven't really talked about X-Men yet.
right, exactly,
So
exactly.
okay, so just clear up that thing real quick. Okay, so it's called One More Day. So Peter Parker and Mary Jane
Yeah,
make a
one more
pact with
day.
with Mephisto to save Aunt May's life, but in return, Mephisto erased their marriage and altered the timeline so that they were never married, and then they messed
Hmm.
up their future together. And then the
Yeah,
memory wipe happened in one moment in time. And then yeah, Doctor Strange is the one who did it.
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. So he is trying to navigate this new life of
Hmm.
super senses and organic whipping. And whenever Scorpion starts attacking, whenever we see him like go to fight Scorpion, it's a little rough getting
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Like he's not used to this, and now
Mm-mm.
he's got to. It's game time though.
Right,
It's like
right.
all of a sudden, I don't know. Like, would it be the equivalent of like you're trying to now be left-handed, and now you got to
Yeah,
play
basically,
somebody?
Yeah, you got it's NBA
basically.
Finals, and you got to play left-handed.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, now he gotta play left-handed, and it's like, oh, that's not great. And then
right.
so he pulls up on Scorpion, and he's basically like, Scorpion, what are you doing? He's like,
Yeah,
oh, you think I'm? Oh, you can't.
Oh, you
You
can't see
yeah.
me,
you
huh?
don't know I'm in here anymore,
Right.
huh? And I was like, how you got heightened senses and you can't, but I guess there's an intake of too much information.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
unable to focus is why he can't clock her anymore. But she's like, "Oh, you can't see me now.
yeah.
Oh, that's too bad." And then just starts talking shit to him at
Man,
Scorpion.
when she went into the black dude, bro, was like lighting
I
his
mean,
ass
we're not even
up.
there yet.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
This is just at Scorpion.
yeah,
So his eyes go black.
yeah.
And I was like, is that Venom?
yeah.
That was my first thought, was because we know
Mm,
some Venom got left behind. But
yeah,
yeah, his eyes go black and he beat his ass.
You're
yeah.
putting a pause on him.
It was not good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh I was like, oh, this what when he's not pulling punches, this he's a bad man.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't gonna be good for Scorpion. This
Gonna
movie
rip the tail off him.
PG-13.
Yeah.
So yeah. When that cop car came by and Peter was like, "Ah!" I was like, oh, oh
Yeah,
my,
he's done. Yeah,
done.
yeah,
And then yeah, that the police officer had to like crawl out of the car, and the detective was like, "Hey, you better get your shit together,
I need
because
you to leave.
I can't
Yeah,
have you assaulting my officers. Like,
yeah.
if you
And
do this
five and
shit again,
officers. Yeah,
I cannot protect you."
And
right.
let this be the last time you put your hands on him like that.
Yeah, because as soon as he like fell out of it. He was like, "Oh my God, is she okay?"
Yeah.
Uh, sir.
It
Yeah.
was like, damn, that's crazy. What happened to her?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you did
And
that.
so then we see that Bruce Banner is trying his best to teach a class.
Anybody
Stay
worry about
focused.
that?
Yeah. And you know, everybody he's like, guys, I'm trying to teach a class here.
Yeah.
There's somebody dressed as the Hulk in there.
Right.
And
That question was legit though.
yeah.
You know what's funny too. My daughter leaned over to me because phase one you do see a Bruce Banner like a little bit, but she don't even know, right? So she see the dude dressed as Hulk in the crowd. She's like, "Why's the Hulk in the crowd?" I was like, "Girl, say no damn Hulk.
Yeah.
That ain't
You
the
better
Hulk.
watch
What
your
you doing,
mouth.
man? Yeah, man, he right down
Watch
there.
it.
That's Bruce Banner, man. What you doing?
Yeah. Lock in.
Yeah, yeah. What you stupid or something? Come on."
Yeah. And that dude, the dude who was in the audience, he looked like the Lou Ferrigno Hulk.
I
No, he
was gonna
really
say
did.
it seemed like a
A
reference to
callback
like the
to it.
original. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, and so yeah, Bruce is really, really trying to do something. And
Right.
the class ain't they don't give a
Nah.
fuck.
Nah.
So yeah, he's like, you know what? Go bye.
Yeah.
And then Peter goes down there. He's like, "Hi, my name's Ned. I have a question about your inhibitor."
Yeah.
And they have the discussion, and he's a whole or Bruce is like, "Oh, you're talking about like a universal inhibitor, like for anybody."
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot wait to talk about this more. Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
trying to okay, you trying to suppress any
Mm-hmm.
okay, that's I don't like Bruce is basically like I don't love that
Yeah. I don't
because the potential applications are not great.
know.
But
Yeah,
okay.
I think whenever we get to Gene and like putting it on him, I want to talk about that a little more because
Yeah.
that's some
That's
big
immediately
ramifications.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's immediately what I thought of.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not gonna be good.
Right.
So uh he makes an inhibitor based on his discussion with Dr. Banner. And the problem is it keeps overheating.
Mm-hmm.
But he's outside, doing tests, and then a random black dude is like, "Hey, Spider-Man, hello, citizen." And she's like, "Oh, you still can't see me."
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
My man
Uh-huh.
was talking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was like, "I found your little note.
Mm.
Your little note to Gene." And Spider-Man was like, computer, show me the
Yeah.
house." And we just see a cloak in there,
Yeah.
touching shit.
Damn, you in my crib, bro. That's crazy.
Right.
Now, did this cloak help you figure out who this was, or tell you
Not at all.
anything, or take you anywhere?
Not at all.
Because
That
this
was
that's their actual body.
yeah, and they did a good job of like not
Hiding.
giving you really anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like if anything, threw you in a total opposite direction. Um, because at first I was like, I mean, that's not Doom, but he was dressed in a way that I'm like, interesting.
Yeah.
No
So,
clue. No clue.
Yeah.
but I will say, seeing the cloaked person led me to believe it was a woman.
Yeah, I would say smaller. Yes.
I didn't even know a woman. I just thought it was a small man. That's
That
sexist
was
to me,
the
probably.
that's the only thing because and actually once the reveal happens, we'll talk about it more. But that's the thing that let me know it was a woman, or that
Hmm.
led me to believe it was a woman. So, um, the possessor is like, "I know that you're Peter Parker, and I know that you care about this MJ person. So what if I just go get her?"
Yeah.
And Peter does. If you touch her,
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, you
and
ain't
he's
gonna
like,
do nothing.
"You got to catch me."
Yeah.
And so she start hopping folks,
Yeah.
and
Peter
eventually,
was freaking out. I was like, hey, I need to know this distance. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Facts.
like get
Immediately.
all of this and like get everything you can. I need you to go faster.
And that's
Like,
the thing, like that's like AI doing shit.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
That's what it should be used for.
Yeah, like AI was doing all the necessary calculations to make that happen.
Yeah.
And so basically he's able to figure out, okay, her distance is roughly 10 meters. Cool. If
Yeah.
I can get her trapped in somebody at 10 meters, we're gonna be fine.
Right.
And then uh Spider-Man gets Mary Jane or gets MJ and is like, "Hey, you're in danger.
Yeah.
I don't have time for questions. You're in danger. Come with me." And she's like, I mean, okay."
Yeah.
And then they go to a rooftop and
Bro,
they
that's diabolical.
I knew that's what was happening. Like
I
that
did.
that I clocked.
So okay. So he left him in the plane. He
Hmm.
left me. He left our person in the
Yeah,
plane,
the possessor.
possessor, and I'm like, okay, maybe he waits till somebody comes by. Does he? You know what I
What
mean?
what I decided was the possessor's body wasn't anywhere nearby. So
She went
she
back
pulled out of that dude, was in her own body, and then
and
just
then
hopped
jumped
from
around.
where she was
Got
then.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
So yeah,
Okay.
that blonde girl that was attempting to flirt with Peter, like hopped in, or like just
Yeah.
started
Yeah.
moving from Peter's apartment.
Yeah. That
Because
makes
I
sense.
mean, as far as we know, that's kind of where she was. But yeah, I that's the logic that I came to was she just unpossessed him, got back
Yeah,
into
same.
Started
herself,
over.
and then yeah, wherever
Yeah.
she was, she just pop, 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 pop.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Bro, that was diabolical, bro. He literally was like you're pour his
It was
heart out.
crazy.
Bro, like, think about it. If you've been waiting this long and thinking, how am I going to explain this to you? And you explain it the first time and she gets it
Yeah,
and just no
calls you.
resistance,
Yeah, calls you by your name,
calls you back. You're just like, the relief. And then it's not
Yeah.
her.
and then
Uh,
hold her, Peter.
yeah,
Ah, yeah.
that was
Bro.
crazy. I
I
might
would
have
have
to
jumped off the
pop
roof
you.
if I was
Yeah,
Peter.
honestly,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's like
I might have to pop you.
when that happened, I was like, what is he going to do?
I was
Yeah,
like, you
my
gotta
What
kill
eyes
this
would have
person.
went full
what
black.
is he going to do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my eyes going full black. I'm going Venom mode, brother.
Yeah,
Nah,
because that was
nah.
oh
That
because
was so
he
messed
can't
up.
do anything to MJ's
That's the
body.
thing. And then
Yeah,
she dropped,
facts.
remember,
Yeah,
she fell off the building
Yeah,
too. Oh, and then we
bro.
thought it was gonna be another Gwen Stacy
Bro,
thing.
yeah, I like that little reference they did there. The
I knew they
People
weren't
in the
gonna. I knew
audience,
they weren't gonna let that happen.
did y'all audience
yeah,
react to that too? Yeah, I said
yeah, a
people in my
lot of
audience reacted to it.
same. A
I
lot of them
knew
was
they were
like,
not gonna let that be a Gwen Stacy because
yeah, they weren't
that would
gonna
have
Same,
been her
yeah.
second time being a Gwen
facts,
Stacy.
facts. I think
But yeah,
everybody was just like happy that they paid homage to, you know,
Again, yeah, for a second
yeah,
time.
yeah.
yeah,
But
But I
yeah,
yeah. So
that's
that was
tough on
crazy.
him.
those two things I did clock. I clocked that the possessor was in her, and
Yeah,
that nothing was actually going to happen to her when she fell.
right. Yeah,
And
same.
then we see somebody in a car and like take me to the airport or whatever. And Peter is able to clock her and knows that that's
Hmm.
the cloaked individual. Did that bring you anywhere?
Nope,
Yep,
still
yep.
not me. My
I
it's
knew.
funny. My daughter leaned over and was like, is that Gwen?" And
That's
I
a
was
good
like,
guess.
Gwen. And
I'm not mad at that because
I
if
was
you
like,
That's a good
oh,
watch,
guess.
Gwen. No, that's not
yeah,
bad. Yeah,
if you watch
yeah,
Spidey and His Amazing Friends, then Gwen does have a hood.
Yes, she
yeah.
does.
And her reference is the Spider Verse movies, and she has a hood
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I was
So,
like,
yeah.
that's a good guess. But yeah, I
oh,
still had no idea
okay.
who it was either.
I so you know me, I watch way too much of the like casting BS. And I saw somebody say she's confirmed as Jean Grey. Now, I thought that was in reference to Doomsday, not even knowing it was in reference to. So when I saw her face, I was like, oh, like even Cam next to me was like, what are you getting hyped for? Like, it's just, and I was like, yo, like they did it. Because even my whole row that I was with, they all was like, yo. And they kind of went a little more crazy as we'll talk about when the name's revealed. But yeah, that let me know that because I had seen her face, I'd seen a thing saying she's confirmed it, but I thought Doomsday, like not even thinking Spider-Man at all. So that was really cool. That was a cool
Yeah, no,
thing.
I had no idea until they actually said the name, and that's not in this scene, right? They don't
No,
say the name in the scene. Okay.
No, not this
yeah,
one.
no.
Not till later.
We'll talk about it when we get there. Um, so yeah, he gets the AI to, lock on and all that. And then Spider-Man is like, all right, I have to take you somewhere
Yeah.
to keep you safe. Whenever he took her to Punisher's house, Larry, I think it was Larry who said to me, like, is that where Doc Ock did the
Dude,
sun thing?
my cousin said that to me too. And
Yeah.
I
I
was
was
like,
like,
I didn't even think
maybe.
about that. I was like, it's New
That's
York. New
funny.
York got a lot of docks. So I was like, that could be what it was.
That might, I was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, because obviously he didn't do that here. So
Right. Yeah.
nobody's using it. So that could absolutely, yeah, that might be exactly where
Yeah.
that is.
They recycled it. Yeah.
But yeah, he's got there's tripwires and shit. And I was
Oh,
like, oh,
perfect.
I think I know where he is.
Yeah. Same. Same.
And
Yeah.
then he's basically, what are you doing here, bug? Hey, I need you to keep her safe. And, they have a little discussion. And he's basically like, Frank, you can't help me with what I'm working on. I need this and this and this. And Frank was like, yeah, I got all that shit.
Got all that shit.
He
Yeah.
said,
And I
why
got
would
some.
you have it?
It's like, I got all that shit and I got chili.
Yeah.
And,
And
They were
then,
both like bomb.
yeah, I like
yeah,
that
actual bomb.
MJ immediately was like, for bombs.
Yeah.
For bombs.
Bro, that's so her character because she always says crazy cryptic stuff. So it's like,
Yep,
of course she would know how to build a bomb.
of course.
Yeah.
I mean, she just graduated from MIT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So
True.
yeah, she knows how to make a bomb. Yeah, she saw Frank's whole thing and was like, "You make bombs."
Yeah. Yeah. That whole scene interaction was like that was perfect, bro.
Yeah,
Because
like
her and Punisher would go back and forth, and then them
and
two would
Punisher
go
was
back.
like, "I like her.
Yeah, exactly.
I
I see why you
understand
like
why
it.
she's here."
Yes. Yeah. Like,
But
and then like when she oh, I love the scene where like MJ walks in and she started looking at his family, and he's like, "What are you doing? Like, get away from that." You know what I mean? Immediately. That's the
Hmm.
one thing about Bernthal, bro. Dude is elite. He can go from laughing to immediately damn near about to cry, talking about his family. I'm like, bro, this dude is a different level. Like,
yeah,
Yeah, it plays PTSD real good.
yeah.
yeah, he does. He does.
And so MJ's just trying to sleep on this cot, and Spider-Man is working on his inhibitor, and she's like, "Well, I mean, I dabble.
Yeah.
See, let me see if I can help you."
Yeah.
And she's able to, crack the code. He's able to get that done, and he makes an inhibitor for himself that stabilizes, and he makes a universal one that he's planning on taking with him. So, he finds out that this is a telepath named Jean Grey.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, bro.
Whenever they
Mm-hmm.
revealed that, I was like, God damn it, how did I not?
Yeah.
Bro.
I had not the slightest, I didn't have not one clue. And that's what I
Yeah.
wanted. But also, yeah, they got me. There was not a single part of me where Gene crossed my mind. I was trying to think of Spider-Man villains and like
Thank
random
you.
obscure villains.
Yep.
My
Yes.
first guess was the Shadow King.
Mm-hmm.
And once I saw the cloaked person, I was like, okay, probably not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I was like, did they give Black Cat powers to do
Yeah.
like
Right.
I started wondering like, okay, is it somebody that I do know that I didn't know has these powers or that the MCU gave these powers? Is it somebody that I've never heard of because I'm not a huge Spider-Man guy, so Spider-Man may have somebody in his bag that I'm just
That's
Yeah.
unfamiliar
that's
with.
what I chalked it up to. I was like, maybe it's
Yeah,
I don't know.
because I
Yeah.
know Spider-Man has some villains that I haven't heard of.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna take a step back and let them
Yeah.
reveal it.
Exactly.
Jordan, where were you?
But
I mean, I might take Brennan. Go ahead, go, Brennan. I might. I got
yeah, you need an
Need a
icebreaker.
minute?
yeah, I got a
I
little more
get it. I get
passion.
it.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, Brennan.
For me, it was like I said, man, like when that name came across, like I had to shift around in my chair. I was like, ain't no way. And my daughter was like, what's the big deal? I'm like,
My daughter had the same
Gene,
response.
I was like, it's Jean Grey. Like it is everything after this is different. Like
Yeah.
that's how big of a deal this is.
Literally a
And
game changer.
game changer. Like before this and
This is a
after
different movie
this.
now.
Yeah, like this took it
Yeah,
to a
yes.
oh, okay, like this is a monumental moment type of deal. So I'm like, oh snap! Like the whole crowd in my movie theater went crazy because they
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
same.
yeah, they were like, ain't no way. And so yeah, it was a really dope experience that I'll always remember. But yeah, Jordan, go
I
off, man.
I'm gonna tell you right now, like when I saw that name, I try not to cuss in front of my kids. I was like, oh shit. Like I said it
Yeah,
mug loud. And like you said, everybody in our theater had the same reaction. My daughter was like, okay. She's like,
all right,
who was that? I was like,
yeah,
Basic
I looked
ass
over.
name. What?
Yeah,
yeah,
I was like, I'll tell you later in the car. But yes, like this completely changes the MCU in my opinion. Like
yes,
going forward, things will not be the same. And I was like, what a perfect way to
perfect,
introduce this character.
perfect, bro.
And on top of that, she's younger, so that means we're gonna
Yes,
get the X-Men younger, which is a really good
yes,
thing in my opinion. And I'm
mm-hmm.
just like, yo, this is a crazy, crazy reveal. Never in a million years I would have guessed we would have got a character like this in a Spider-Man movie,
As the
like
villain.
as the villain. And
Yeah,
like I was like, wow, like is she really the villain? Then I was like, yeah, like is she the villain? I was like, and if she is a villain, why is she the villain?
yeah,
And then on top of that, I was thinking he just made this inhibitor. So then everything started going on. I was like, this movie is going to change the MCU not only for Jean Grey
yes,
but also for what Peter just created and didn't know he created.
right.
And
Hmm.
then I mean we'll get into the rest of the movie, but like he uses it. I'm just like, oh man, the government is going to get control of this.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a problem going forward in MCU.
Yeah,
I definitely applaud the director for, and I could be stupid, but I was like, they kept this under wraps. Like
they did a really good job. They did a really good job because, like I
I didn't
said,
hear about it at all.
all the stuff I saw casting, every media was like Doomsday, Doomsday. That we got a James Gray for Doomsday, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, all right, we'll see what happens. But it was so smart to use her in this way because she first of all it's dope and it's but you also know her being so young, this is just the very tip tap, like the
Yes,
very small thing of her powers, like you know what I mean. And yeah, and I immediately thought, okay, who's she trying to save? I'm thinking it's some big time character
I thought
that
Scott was in there.
yeah, like I'm
Like
like
I decided damage control did something to Scott. Like
the
that's what
same.
I.
yes,
I thought the same.
same.
And I was like, this. I was like, I like I said, I really enjoyed that they made her younger because now we have so much time with not only her but whoever else they start to introduce. And I'm
Yes,
like, oh, this is special now. And then it started to make sense. The mind hop, and I was like, okay, she's young. She probably how old would you think she is? Maybe
what
like
did they
maybe
say?
17 or 18,
Yeah,
maybe in the
say
movie.
late teens probably.
So I was like, okay,
Because I don't.
so
The thing is, we don't know. I mean, along with the fact that we don't know how old she is, we don't know how long she's been
well,
doing this.
that's what I was like. So technically, like when you're a mutant, like puberty hits and you start to develop your powers. I was like, she's might have only had her powers for a couple of years and she's not in full control of it, which makes sense why she's like having to do this workaround for mind hopping.
Yeah,
But yeah, this is really good. I this threw me for a complete loop.
yeah. So what I decided, like, whenever I saw that it was Jean Grey, I was like, all right, VMAX has something to do with Cyclops. And the reason I thought Cyclops and damage control is because Cyclops has a very destructive and uncontrollable power.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
damage control had to lock him up because he was causing a problem.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And VMAX had something to do with him, or like that's where I was like, all right, it's Jean Grey. Let me.
yeah,
Where's this road
same.
going?
Right.
So I was trying to because I was like, I didn't figure that out. Let me try to do something.
Right. Yeah, I got to put
Yeah.
myself to work. It says she's 16, between 16 and 18 years old in this movie.
Okay. So yeah, at that point, like I figured, okay, she's only been using her powers a couple years, if
Yeah.
anything. Yeah.
Mm,
Oh man, they really got me on this one. That was a really good reveal.
I agree.
yeah,
Oh,
really
I
good
didn't even tell y'all
casting
this
too.
story. I was going to tell y'all the story at the beginning. Just a quick thing. Okay, so I was supposed to go take my both my kids to the movies. I ended up canceling my youngest one's ticket, so we all three of us going to be next to each other. By the way, the tickets for this was sold out. Like it was so hard to get tickets
It
for
was.
me.
Oh, I bought
Hmm.
mine a month ago.
Yeah, I'm about
Yeah.
to do that for Doomsday. But anyway, so I canceled an hour before the movie my youngest one ticket. So then I thought it was gonna be an open seat next to me, right? So I get there, bro. It's this big buff ass black dude that's just sitting there. So he had to come by himself because there's only one seat open, right? Bro, we get 15 minutes into the movie, bro. He went to sleep the entire movie. I was like, that is insane. You bought this ticket an hour before the movie, and you
That's
just came here to go
crazy.
to
In
sleep,
this economy, ain't no
Yeah,
way.
absolutely not.
bro.
And
And so
you
like
be you be
Doing
buying expensive tickets?
Yeah, that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. And like, I know people on the video be able to see this, but like, bro, we get there, I see those big buff ass arms, just big as shit, bro. I just see him like this. I'm like, bro, you just buff and sleep, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's
You got to
nuts,
get your
bro.
rest to maintain
I'm like, the
that.
whole movie though, that's crazy. You didn't
Yeah,
even
you're
see
not
the
really.
movie.
He's not even an MCU guy for real. Oh boy,
No,
this.
And that's
this
the
is
I'm sure
12 o'clock in the afternoon.
he just had a long week
Yeah,
at
that's
the
yeah.
You
steel
got
mill or something.
you got to lock in, bro. You got to know your personnel,
No,
know
I
your scouting
agree.
report, and know okay at this period I'm probably gonna get sleepy. Let me book the later time or the early, whatever.
No, I
But
agree.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like
that
did he have
that was just a mistake. But
did he
because
have
I'm
snacks
sure
or
he
anything?
didn't. I'm sure he accidentally fell asleep.
I mean, yeah. But did he have snacks or anything? Did he have anything with him?
he did not have no snacks. No, he's just buff and just
Okay.
sitting there first, just being buff.
It's
Was
just,
he
man,
was he
like,
snoring?
man, raw dog.
I didn't hear him snoring.
Okay,
So
good. As long
yeah.
as he wasn't making noise,
Well, because
whatever.
it's funny. I thought about that. I was like, if he snores, do I tap him? No, nah, he probably gonna take that out on me. So
No, I'm gonna wake his
I'm
ass
just let
up.
that. Oh no,
Yeah, bro. You're
I
not about
can't
to
do
ruin
it.
my experience.
Yeah, I need your
He's too
big
buff for
ass
that.
snoring next to me. I'm
Exactly.
trying to
Yeah,
watch
my
this movie.
child right there too.
So so do you tap his arm? Like, hey,
Yeah,
big bro, can you? Okay,
yeah. He gets nudged.
Yeah.
okay,
Like, sir, you fell asleep.
Right.
Go home if
Yeah.
you need a nap.
yeah. I thought that was wild though. But back
I
to the
agree.
movie.
So we find out it's Jean, and damage control is being attacked again, and Jean is there, like herself.
Hmm.
And so Spider-Man's like, all right, I'm gonna go get her.
Yeah.
And we hear a loud banging on because we see her, trying to get to all the people that are behind the reinforced door. And we
Yeah.
just hear banging on it. And one of the friends I was with was like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's the Hulk."
Yeah, I knew it was the Hulk.
And
Yeah,
then I was like, I mean, there are a lot of people it could be. It could be, and I started listing off strong people, but I was like, it's the Hulk.
Yeah.
yeah,
And then it was the Hulk. And another thing that was funny is MJ was like, "Hey Frank, you don't want to go help your friend?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he needs you." He's like, "You don't need me." He's like, "I mean, he saved your life, Frank. It's what a real friend would do."
Yeah. Nice.
Frank was like, "God damn it."
Yeah. Yeah. That was funny.
All right. And yeah, like whenever Frank got there, he was like, "What are you doing here?" "I'm here to help you, motherfucker." Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Where else? Why would else would I be here?
yeah, like it was their whole dynamic was great. John
Great,
Bernthal is
bro.
just he put him in a room with anybody, and it's going to be a good
Yeah,
time.
bro. He was like, "Are you just trying to avoid placing the Hulk?" He was like,
hell yeah.
"Yeah,
Yeah,
hell yeah,
yeah. He was like,
yeah,
"That's the more present danger. How about you take care of that?" He was like, "Oh, so you're just
exactly,
trying to avoid a
yeah."
little bit. Yep,
I'll face the psychic. Yeah, I will
yeah,
face her.
yeah.
I
I'll
mean,
take care of the little girl."
because Spider-Man can take
Yeah,
that hit. Punisher ain't taking that.
No,
nah, nah,
like
nah, nah.
Punisher getting turned into a puddle, and he knows it.
Yeah,
No, I
And
will say
so,
he came in there blasting. My man
yeah, he
came
did.
in there putting in work.
They did. And
got that big ass gun.
whenever I was so mad because whenever whenever Jean had the Hulk and Spider-Man was like, "Baby girl, you
Yeah,
don't understand.
yeah, I love that.
You
Yeah,
have no idea. Like
he's like, you can't play with this.
you
This ain't a
can't
toy you can play
do."
with. Yeah,
I was like, "Oh my God, Jean, Jean, please listen to Jean, stop it. Jean, you can't." Like, but I was like, "Wait a minute. It's Smart Hulk. It's fine
you're right.
because it's Smart Hulk."
Right.
we ain't seen real
Oh,
Hulk.
Right.
such a great scene.
And so
Yeah.
let's talk about this. We got to talk logistics. So whenever in Endgame, when he was Smart Hulk,
Hmm.
what happened there, and how did we get here? Like, because I thought that once he was merged, that's just who he was forever now. Because he was Smart Hulk in Endgame, he was Smart Hulk in She Hulk, and
Yeah.
Right.
so how I guess I didn't know that OG Hulk was still in there because he had combined the two. So I can we talk logistics? Like what how did
Yeah.
what's happening here?
In in my experience with Hulk, just comics, I feel like OG Hulk is always there. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
matter what he does. And so there are certain times where he flares up so much to where even if Bruce thinks he's gotten it under control or he's merged or he's figured out how to kind of use the Hulk body, but you keep the Bruce mind, like OG Hulk is like a demon that's always there. And if triggered, it just takes over. And as we saw, is a different monster in itself, like almost transforms even to his full potential. Whereas Bruce can kind of, supplement it, kind of keep it, suppress it down to where it's not as intimidating or crazy.
Okay, so
That
there is no true symbiosis between those
no,
two.
no.
Right. That's from what
Sim,
I'm understood. Yes.
that's the same. That's the same exact way I took it. Because you can also see it in the cartoons that
Yeah.
that Hulk is always there in the background. So when we saw him this time, he got out. He was like, "No more Bruce Banner, only Hulk." And so
Yeah.
yes, he's like, "I've been suppressed so long. I'm not coming up out of this. Bruce, you ain't coming
Right.
back out of this." And I thought
Yeah.
they was going. I remember we talked about it one episode. I don't remember what the episode was, but we talked about how Bruce Banner would in the Hulk would like look into a mirror, like a shattered mirror, and they would see
Yeah.
each other. I thought they was going to do
Yeah.
that here because he did look into a mirror,
Yeah.
and I thought he was going to see each
Hmm.
other. I'm surprised they actually didn't do that, but yeah, I think he had been suppressed so long. He's like, I'm not going back in.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
ultimately, he he basically had to, or
Okay.
else, yeah.
I thought that they had I guess I didn't realize OG Hulk was there because I thought that they had like symbiosised into one
Gotcha.
and that
Hmm.
was just where we were.
Gotcha.
And then whenever Spider-Man was saying to Jean, like, you don't know what you're fucking with right now,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so Jean getting in there is what uncaged OG
Oh, I
Hulk.
didn't think about that.
I could see
That could
that.
have. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I didn't even
I
think
think
about
both
that.
things can be true. I think OG
Yeah,
Hulk is always there, but I think I think if you have something
she opened the
mentally,
door.
yeah, messing with
Yeah.
that balance that Bruce thought he already had, and then something mess with that, yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so yeah, like that's what I decided was like, okay, Jean being in there is the reason OG Hulk is here
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you can't control the Hulk.
no,
Like it's
I mean,
just not an option.
right,
Peter and oh, you know what sucks? This is the part of the song that was in the trailer that I watched after I watched the movie. But yeah, Peter was like, "Oh, I didn't know you could get that big,"
Yeah.
and I was like,
yeah,
"Yes, we needed this Hulk because Red Hulk looked way better
Yep.
than the Green Hulk ever looked." And
and
so
And
I like,
now,
I think he had
yeah,
yeah,
only, as far as Peter was concerned, he was just Smart Hulk.
yeah,
yes, that's all because he hasn't been around that much, you know
And
what I
so yeah,
mean? And
when
he's
he was
like,
like, "Oh shit,
yeah, and he's like,
I've
Bruce,
never seen you this big."
yeah, he's like, Bruce, you're good. Bruce is like, get out of here, get
Yeah,
everybody out.
yeah.
And like,
Get
I
everybody
love
out
that,
right now
bro. Yes, get
because
everybody
OG's
out.
coming back because he never had the inhibitor. Like he didn't have the inhibitor when he was Smart Hulk,
Right,
and
right.
so I was like, okay, so was he like is Smart Hulk not a thing anymore, and that's why he needs
I
the
hope not
inhibitor? Or
because
Yeah, I forgot he
well,
had the inhibitor on. Yeah, I kind of like that. I think that also shows that okay, he's fighting some demons because
yep.
you would think he didn't need it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because
yeah,
he was
again, he had
hey
merged the two. And that's why I
exactly.
thought him having the inhibitor was weird. But
Right.
I thought, okay, the inhibitor, he has to have the inhibitor for the narrative,
Mm,
because that's the whole thing Peter's trying to, work out.
right. Yeah.
So Yeah,
The Hulk beat the brakes off of Spider-Man.
it
He
was
low
ugly.
keyed
Yeah,
that boy. It was real bad.
yeah, he low keyed that boy. Yeah,
It was ugly.
yeah,
Like that's a Hulk move.
right.
Yeah. And then we got to see the thunderclap. Is this the first
Yes,
time we've seen a thunderclap?
In
I
the
thought we
in
saw it in one of the Hulk movies. I thought we saw it in
on
the
one,
Hulk movie, like the
in the
Edward
Hulk
Norton
movies we
movie.
have, we
I
have,
yeah.
yeah, in
I
the
guess that's
technical
MCU too.
MCU, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
I remember saying like
when he
Avengers
was in
we
that
haven't.
hallway, I was like, oh, he's gonna clap.
Oh, not
Yeah,
only that, we saw him do the ground shaking stomp, like where
Mhm.
he
yeah.
steps on the ground, and Frank went down on that.
And I love that they did the yell when he was falling. They did the classic like Hulk scream or whatever. Yeah, that I was like, okay, we got the Hulk fans. You make the Hulk fans happy,
Yeah, dude, he was holding so much weight,
bro. That
like
was a
so
building
much weight.
basically. Like
Yeah,
it was on
it
his
was
ankle
at
weight.
least a floor, like
Yeah, it
an
was like
entire floor.
entire floor is his ankle weight. My man was like, ah.
And it's funny because like honestly, he could have kept going, and that's when
Oh,
Bruce started to take back over.
This
And
thing,
he was like,
I
"Oh
figured
damn, I see what's going on."
he could have held it, but I think that he didn't have anything to grab onto. Like I think that's
yeah, yeah,
why it was a struggle. Because if he had like traction or if he'd had something to hold, oh, he would have been
oh,
fine.
yeah, yeah. And
But yeah, when
how did
Spider
I
Man
guess
was
you'll
like,
explain it? Yeah.
Bruce, I'm your friend. It's
Oh yeah, because
me.
he had his hand on his
He was
head,
about to,
like about to
yeah, he was about
pop
to
that joint.
juice him. He was like, it's me, your friend. And
Yeah,
then Hulk
is
was
that
like,
from a
oh,
bro?
because I
That was
know that I feel like I have been told in the comic book when Doctor Strange does what he does, Hulk is the only person who remembers him,
that sounds
or
familiar to
Hulk is
me.
one of the people who remembers him
Yes,
because
yeah. You're right. He's the only person remember because they're
they're two
split.
different people.
Yeah,
But in the like OG Hulk, yeah, I guess OG Hulk wasn't there when the spell was cast,
yeah. So
Right,
he's like, and give
so
right.
a fuck about no Peter.
I
but
feel like, and I may be wrong, but I feel like him having his hand on his head like that was a comic book cover. I'm trying to find it, but because I remember his face, like his eye, because like the mask was
yeah,
ripped in
showing
his
his
eye. Yeah, he was like terrified.
correct.
He been terrorizing that kid for too long. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm like, damn, Hulk, you gotta do that poor child like that.
And while that's going on, uh Frank is like, I'm gonna go get the little psychic girl, and then she gets him, and she's like,
Bro.
"Oh, you have issues, sir."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
As soon as he's like, I'm gonna go get her, I was like, oh well, he getting taken over.
Yep,
yeah.
I said the same thing. I was like, "Well, there goes Frank."
Yeah.
Honestly,
But
I,
I did wonder if because of all of Frank's shit, how that was gonna go.
I low key wanted a Batman moment. I low key wanted a.
Where he got in
I
there and
can't.
Frank was like, "Get up!"
Yeah, it was just like you get in there and it's so messed up to where she's like, "Oh, I'm good.
I
I'm
can't
straight. I got
like,
enough going on in my life.
yeah, because
I'm
she's like,
straight."
I thought I had trauma, but
Exactly. Yeah, this
shit.
dude. Yeah, this dude has a rage that I've never seen before. Like I was hoping for that, but it still worked perfectly. It was still fine.
I was also hoping for that.
Yeah,
But yeah, she uses Frank's bombs
yeah.
to get that door open.
Hmm.
And she gets to the director. She's not able to get him for very long. But Spider-Man's able to get the inhibitor on her because he is not able to get it on the Hulk. He's
No,
like, God damn, your skin is thick.
just bouncing off of him.
So yeah,
Yeah.
couldn't get it on the Hulk, and then is able to get it on Jean.
Yeah.
And she gets, darted. And then
Mm,
she says Sarah and passes out. And
Yeah, I was like,
so,
who the fuck is Sarah?
same.
yeah,
I was also like, who the fuck is Sarah? Like,
yeah.
I'm not coming up with a Sarah
Yeah.
in my, X-Men folk.
The only thing I thought
Right.
about, which I don't think none of their names was Sarah, but the only thing that crossed my mind was like I was thinking, and you guys might know, but it's one of the Stepford Cuckoo sisters. It's like three psychics basically who all be roaming around with Emma Frost.
Okay.
Mm,
And but I was like, none of them names are Sarah. I was like, maybe they changed the name, but I was like, I had no idea who Sarah was.
Yeah. And I was like, I wonder if Sarah is because I feel like in the X-Men Origins movie, the woman that Wolverine was, dealing with that kind of ended up betraying him, wasn't her sister Emma Frost in that movie?
Emma Frost was in the movie. I don't remember if that was sisters though. I don't remember what that relationship was.
Okay,
But
well,
yeah,
I
Emma Frost was in
I
there.
figured they did one of those. Like they were just like we're just gonna like move pieces and make something work. But
Yeah.
I couldn't come up with a Sarah like in
Same.
the Marvel characters I knew.
I was like, Sarah, is there a Sarah Summers that I'm just not realizing, and I just couldn't put a face to it. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
I same. I was like, I can't come up with a Sarah. And it was something I was like, I can't think about this for too long because I don't want to lose the movie.
same.
Yeah.
I did that a couple times. Yeah,
So yeah, like there were a couple times I wish I could have paused to just
same.
pontificate.
Yeah, same.
I was like, no, I gotta lock back in.
Yeah, I like that game. Yeah.
So whenever the director was like, I was thinking about my friend uh before and my friend whose name's Sarah and she died recently, I was like, oh, that's bullshit.
Oh, you knew. You knew.
Oh, that's absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, he's a big fat phony.
Hmm.
He knows what VMAX is. And so Spider-Man goes back to Punisher's house and he's like, MJ, you can go back home. We're good. You're safe. She's
Hmm.
locked up and she's just got the note.
Mm.
Yeah. It's tough.
And I was like, so do you keep the note on you? Like, because
Well,
I thought the note was at
remember
your
he was
apartment. Oh,
no,
Gene
remember
had
he
it.
was and he was reading, yeah, and he had pulled it out,
Oh
and
yeah,
then he
because he
tried
Yeah.
to
was
hide
thinking
it
about yeah.
when
He
Freddy
was
came in.
he
Yeah, so
thinking
he
about
left
actually
it.
saying something. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she has the note, and she's like, no, no,
That ain't
I
me,
don't want to hear it from Spider-Man.
Right.
I need to see your face
Hmm.
when we have this discussion.
bro. That's
Yeah.
like he's like that ain't me. I don't love you.
So he
I was
pulls
like,
out, yeah, he pulls off
damn.
the mask, and he's like, I love you, and she's like,
Mm.
I do not know this man. I'm sorry to this man.
Yeah.
I do not know this man. And I was like, oh, she Gamora'd him, and that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
It wasn't
That
as
is,
bad, but like that's basically what
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
He's like,
felt
I'm
bad
sure
for him
you were
too.
great. I'm sure you were great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But there's nothing I can do for you
Yeah,
over
yeah,
here.
it's not me. I
Yeah.
do not love you because I do not know you.
Right.
damn,
I
that's
was
tough,
like,
bro.
oh, and then she was like, and can I get a ride home?
That was even worse, bro. She started walking as like, hey, like I still need a
Ah,
ride home,
I
and
still
that
need a ride home.
I can't.
that
Bro,
awkward ride back
that
home
was
was tough.
bro, that was perfect.
Yep.
That was
Yeah,
perfect. Like a lot of directors would have just skipped right over that and
Nope, we
just
needed
kept
it.
it pushing. But we need to see an awkward drive home. That's
bro.
basically what it was. The drive
Yeah, it
home
was.
is awkward
Yeah,
and
Because
it's
she
just
had to
like,
hold him close.
yeah,
And yeah, all that.
web,
Yep.
bro.
web,
Web,
Pissed.
stop.
He
Web,
pissed, bro.
stop.
yeah,
Web, stop. Because he still didn't have control of the.
yeah,
Oh
it
well,
didn't
no, he
have it
was
all.
he had the inhibitor, so never mind.
Yeah,
Um, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that's tough. That's tough, bro.
that was tough.
I would have fake dropped
I
a little
felt
bit.
bad.
you
Yeah,
can't no, because he still loves
No,
her.
you're right. You can't do that.
bro.
But
I'd have been
um,
mad.
yeah. So they get home and MJ's kind of like, you want to hang out with Ned,
Mm,
or like Ned, you want to meet your
yeah.
biggest fan, and so I I will say whenever they were having their like best friend moment,
Oh,
like that got me.
I
Like
was like, this is
yeah, yeah,
nice.
like
Yeah,
that made me like I was like, am I emotional about this right now?
yeah, yeah,
Because like I loved that moment.
yeah,
yeah, that was
And
nice.
I was like, I everything that's happening right now, I'm so happy about it.
yeah. Hmm.
Because they really were best friends and they
They really were. It
like
was
that was
good.
like in the way that I know Peter felt and yeah, all that. I was like,
Yeah,
this is beautifully done.
it really was. It really was.
And so yeah, then, MJ shows a little picture she drew of them being best friends.
Hmm.
I was like, okay, so she just cold at everything.
Yeah, I was like, that
Right.
was a good ass picture. That was pretty fast. I don't know how
Yeah,
fast it was. They
she
weren't too far in
pencil
that
drew that,
Lego.
and yeah. And so she was like, yeah, whenever I was possessed, I had zero memory of any of it.
Yeah.
Like not a clue as to like I was here and then suddenly I was falling. And so Spider-Man was like, "Oh, so that means
Mm-hmm.
Liar.
that the
You lied to me.
director lied to me." And so he gets on with Yelena and is like, "Hey, what can you tell me?" And then he was like, "Wow, that spa really is your office. That's
Yeah.
crazy."
Yeah. Set the
So
laptop. Like,
yeah, so she was like, Sarah was the name of Jean's sister, and she was abducted by damage control. And I think that's when we get the flashback of Sarah teaching Jean how to body hop.
yeah. Yeah.
And then she goes for some ice cream and gets snatched up.
Yeah.
And so then after that, we see like VMAX is the only information that Jean has, and Jean is like, no, I'm going to get my sister. But her sister, knocks her out so that, she won't intervene because she knows she's going
Right.
to.
Hmm.
And so Jean is in a room, and whenever they remotely turned her inhibitor collar off, I was like, that shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That means
They've already got it.
they've reverse
Yep.
engineered it. They
Yep.
have control. Like they're gonna start
And,
putting
and,
that in darts.
and you
Yeah.
Like,
know what sucks is, we're gonna see this again, and Spider-Man's gonna be the cause of all this, and he didn't do it on purpose.
yep.
I
And
know.
she's gonna does wait, in this movie, does she know he created? I can't remember.
Well,
No.
he's the one who put it on her. But
Well,
I wonder if at some point, because I feel like the director says like something to the effect of "thanks to Spider-Man."
Okay.
Like you don't
hmm,
have your powers right
She
now because yeah.
then yeah, I feel like in the future they're gonna be pissed at Spider-Man.
they
But
are. They definitely are.
I'm like, dang, dude, that sucks. He doesn't even know he did that.
Oh,
Like,
and I forgot. Whenever Bruce is in the stretcher, his only concern is did I hurt anybody?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he
Yeah.
knew like Hulk
Right.
was loose,
Hmm.
and yeah,
yeah,
that's not good.
yeah. That sucks going forward for Spider-Man and the New Mutants because yeah, this thing that's coming back around.
Oh yeah.
I will say that whole scene in that room reminded me of the Magneto scene in was it X-Men? Was it the
Oh, that
first
first,
X-Men?
yeah, the
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah. When he's in that glass. Yeah.
They're like playing chess and all that, or not chess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that dude comes in and all that. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm sure which scene you're talking about.
he's talking about in the very
Magneto.
beginning when Magneto's in that
Uh,
room and he's
it's like
like the whole blood and iron conversation.
yeah. I want to say it's the
Oh, when he
first
sucks the
X-Men.
iron out of the dude's blood, that's
Yeah,
X2.
Yes.
is
Yeah.
that two?
X2.
Yeah.
Is it
In
two?
X2,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's locked up. Mystique gets the guard, puts
That's
the
right. Yeah.
iron in his blood, and yeah, that
Yeah.
scene was great.
Yeah. Seems.
But yeah, they start forcing her to use her powers against her will, and they're
Hmm.
checking the brain activity because they're like, oh yeah, we can use this shit.
Hmm.
We can because their whole thing is replicating, and I was like, oh yeah, you're a piece of shit, the
Absolutely.
director.
And they said she was stronger than her sister.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's tough.
And so as Jean is, trying to, get her composure after being assaulted
Yeah.
and forced to use her power, she sees VMAX, like it's Ventmax. She sees
Hmm.
in the little, and I was like, oh, so he actually had not the slightest clue.
that's the same
No.
thing I thought too. I was like, oh yeah, he ain't really know this
Yeah,
shit
he
you're talking about.
really didn't. Because whenever Gene asked him what VMAX was, and he was like, you're the second person to ask me that. I don't know what that is. I was like, I think he may actually not know what that is.
No, I was like, he's still lying about it.
That was the thing. I was like, I don't think he knows what it is.
I will say that gave me a little doubt, but yeah.
But then yeah, whenever she saw that, I like that that's the thing that she was like, "Oh, my sister died in this room."
Yeah.
She was like, "Y'all got me fucked up."
Yeah.
And through rage, she's because I was wondering if we were going to see her develop telekinesis in this movie
Yeah.
because we had seen her, do some telepathy, the mind hopping.
Hmm.
But yeah, I wondered if we were going to see her get telekinesis.
Yeah.
And yeah, whenever she says, "My sister died in this room, y'all got me fucked up," she creates a West view,
Yeah.
Yeah,
is what,
Basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
like, she froze everybody. Like,
Everybody.
everybody was locked.
Hmm.
And there was a physical barrier that Frank was like, "Oh, absolutely fucking not.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not walking into that.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn right back around."
Yeah.
And so Frank was like, "Let me find a roof
Yeah.
because I
That boy
know how
got
to take
that,
care of this."
He got that
bro.
thing on him.
He got that big ass sniper, bro. That's that video
Yeah,
game sniper.
the one, yeah, like
Yeah.
that thing was in a very nice suitcase.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was like, "Oh, I know what he's going to go do."
Yeah.
To be honest, when he fired it, like, well, when we saw him doing all that, I was like, damn, if he shoot Jean, bro, her head, like, there's not gonna be nothing there.
There's a 50 cal in that thing.
Yeah,
Her head is, she's going to be with, it's just going to be neck and
yeah,
bot, like, because he's trying to hit her in the head because
Oh,
that's
yeah,
absolutely.
where she's doing stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, I don't think he's going to. Like, I figured that was going to be stopped, but I was like, if he hits her, she's
yeah.
done.
She just
Yeah.
showed her, bro.
What I thought was going to happen was that's what was going to trigger her telekinesis because I would figure
I thought she was
anything
gonna
that,
stop it.
yeah, I figured anything that enters that bubble, she's going to know about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Same.
so
same thing I thought.
I figured that bullet was going to get right here, stop, and then I wondered, is she going to do a Magneto
And send it back.
and turn that
Point
thing
it.
around?
Yeah. That'd have been tough.
So I'm out here trying to
But that would
make
have
a
been,
movie.
yeah, and that would have been hard to feel sorry for if she just executes somebody with a bullet. Yeah.
I knew Frank wasn't going to die, but yeah,
Yeah.
I thought like under the circumstances that might be what she did. Like Spider-Man may have to like catch that bullet,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
but
Sure.
anyway, I was trying to decide how I would have done things, but
Yeah.
so she has everybody in Westview, and Spider-Man is like, "I have to go stop her." And we see that Frank has also decided he's going to stop her. And
Literally.
so, another thing that I thought was funny, Spider-Man, whenever he got there, he was like, "All right, I'm gonna stretch real quick."
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's like, I'm not
Stretching
in high school
is
anymore.
stretching is so good for you.
Yeah.
Y'all stretch? I was like, this is a very Spider-Man moment right here.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
this is very Spider-Man.
For a fight,
About to put the
talk.
pause. About to put the pause
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the quippy, like all
Yeah.
that. I was like, this is very Spider-Man. I
Mhm.
love all of this. And so yeah, he's like, "All right, y'all ready?" And then beats everybody's ass. And
Yeah.
then he goes inside, and it's just a bunch of hand ninjas. And I was like, "Yeah, Gene is about to use these ninjas. What are we gonna get from them? We got some ninja, like the choreography
Yeah.
from the hand ninjas, like climbing on each other, like all that. I was
That
like,
was
this
dope.
is fire
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like
Even he said
holding
it.
hands, like throwing each other around.
because they're
Yeah.
they're a hive
Ninjas are so
mind.
cool.
Yeah. He's like, this
But
is so cool.
like what made it, I was like, they're super coordinated because one person is running all of them.
Yeah,
And
Right.
so you can't get more coordinated than that. Like
Right.
they are all different fingers of one hand.
Yep.
Like that's what was happening. I was like, this, oh my God. This is so good.
choreography was amazing.
That
Yeah.
was dope.
So they fight, and the damage control people have guns specifically for his web fluid. Because he's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, they got some shit for you too.
Yeah,
How's that
Yeah.
feel?
damage
And-
control. I honestly, I thought I wasn't gonna like just how damage control has been done overall in MCU. I thought I wasn't going to like it. I was actually having a conversation with somebody on the other podcast and about damage control because I'm used to damage control, like coming in doing cleanup thing. Like I was like,
Yes,
okay, I like that damage control. But honestly, like I'm really starting to come around to this bad guy side of
Well,
the
because
government damage control.
this damage control, I think, feels like what Shield would be.
right, yeah,
Like, and Shield, like, not necessarily like Shield in the wrong hands or Shield with an opposing leader. Like,
right,
Shield would be the group to create all of the technology to combat superheroes, and they would be behind making sure that superheroes could be handled should they need to, and behind all of the like inventing stuff specifically to counter. Like that's what I feel like Shield would be. But because
yeah,
Shield is gone, damage control is filling that role, and Shield gets to keep its, positive image, other than the
Yeah,
fact that Hydra got in there.
yeah,
yeah,
true.
yeah. But
So
I'm really starting to like this government control damage control.
yeah, I think I too fucks with this damage control because like we always got to have like a nefarious government
Oh yeah,
entity.
yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, they Spider-Man sees that they have weapons specifically for him, and Jean is like, yeah, yeah, they trying to get all of us.
Yeah,
So um so eventually he's like, I'm gonna have to remove this inhibitor to get this done.
hmm,
So he removes it, his eyes go black, and he's like, no, I got it.
yeah.
And
It's not
he
so bad.
reaches symbiosis with, his demon self.
Yeah,
And he handles the hand, and now he's got the strength to kick that goddamn door down.
yeah, yeah.
And the fact that he had the strength to do that, I was like, oh, okay. So he's he's strong as fuck. And that means that
Yeah,
what he did to Scorpion, ooh,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
those were the kind of punches Scorpion was getting, that's not good.
yeah. Well, I got that work. 1-2 piece.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was it was like I'm glad Scorpion had armor or whatever.
Right. Well, whatever that
Because
was. Yeah.
yikes,
Yeah.
he'd be dead.
Yeah. 100%.
But so yeah, the ninjas get handled, and then he kicks the door down, and Jean is in there with the director and
Hmm.
glass surrounding
Yes.
him. And Peter has
Oh,
to do the whole like, this isn't gonna bring her
this,
back.
right.
This
This
isn't
isn't
gonna make you
you.
feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole this isn't
Uh,
you.
you're right.
And so she's also like, and P.S. I'm way stronger than I was last time I saw you. So if I wanted
Right.
to get into your little mind, I could.
Hmm.
And he's like, go ahead. I will leave the door open for you.
Yeah.
So she goes in there, and we've seen the flash of Aunt May coming in there to talk to Peter
Earlier.
a couple times in the movie.
Yeah.
And so we see Aunt May talking to Peter, and it's Jean sitting there, and Aunt May's basically like, you are enough.
Right. Mother her.
And
Yeah.
yeah, even if the world is bullshit, just know that you are loved by somebody.
Right.
And it's me. And that's the thing. She needed that because it's feeling like her parents were abusive
Yes.
or
Yeah.
neglectful. One of the two.
Right. Main thing. Yeah.
Because I'm used to Jean's parents being deathly afraid of her because of her
Hmm.
powers. And yeah,
Yeah.
they're like, somebody come get her.
Right.
But yeah, so that he's she's in his mind, and you know through the power of friendship, because this was actually like, you've got a friend in me is what
Yeah.
Peter said.
yep.
And
Hmm.
it's like, through the power of friendship, she is now a good person.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Frank is like, yeah, I don't know any of that shit, so
Yeah.
bow.
Yeah.
And Peter clocks it
Yeah.
and takes the bullet.
Now,
Mm.
My thought
this
was, I guess because he's Spider-Man, he's very dense, because that bullet
that's yep.
would have made it. That would have been a collateral.
Yeah, I'm telling you, each time there's a movie, there's always something in the movie that'll throw me off. And that was the moment. I was like, hang on a minute. This blowing through him and her.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? It's a movie.
Well, I
I
decided
can live with
because
it.
he's Spider-Man, he's got more density than a regular person would, and that is why it didn't make it through him. But if he hadn't been Spider-Man, they would have both got some of that.
Yeah, I just had to put it out my mind on that one.
Yeah. So, um, she's like, "Oh my God, my new friend, please don't die."
Yeah.
Frank feel bad as hell too.
Frank, and he should
Oh,
have.
yeah, he should. He
I
should.
mean, because yeah, like I mean, that wasn't his intention. He was actually trying to save New York at the end
Right.
of
Yeah,
the day. But he was like, "I'm doing it my way, kid."
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, he carried him into the hospital. Like how Frank got there that quick, all that. Um, because I mean, of course,
Yeah.
she released the hex, but yeah, like
Right.
he was at least half a kilometer away, minimum.
Right. That
And yeah,
that's straight from a comic book. Like that
I
him.
him
saw that.
carrying.
Yeah. I think it's Iron Spider at in the comic book, but yeah, same. Straight from a comic book. That was dope.
I like it.
Yeah, I saw. I didn't know that at first, but I saw it too. I also just saw. I think just yesterday. Apparently, Rosario Dawson's night nurse was originally in the movie taking care of Peter, but because of I believe like time for the movie, they end up taking that scene out. So
Mm,
Rosario's Dawson night nurse that we saw in Daredevil was supposed to be in that scene.
Okay.
right. That'd have been
And I
dope.
would
Yeah,
have, if
that's
I
pretty
would have
cool.
been like, just another great cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But so yeah, he's in the hospital, and I was wondering, like, are they gonna leave his mask on him or
Mm,
not? Because you know
right.
Oh,
the whole nobody knows he's
that's
Peter
the
thing.
reason why. Because and why Rosario's Dawson's character's there because she's already familiar with the superhero community, and so
Right.
for
And
the
should
mask to be
take
off,
care of him.
it would have been completely fine. But yeah, they
Yeah.
end up cutting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering if Frank was gonna be like, "You don't take that goddamn yeah," like
I kind of wanted a scene
you
where
leave
he
that
just pulls the
goddamn
gun
mask
out.
on.
Yeah, he takes a gun out and like, all right, if any of y'all even remotely touch his mask, it's a wrap.
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with me.
Hey, I'm putting you down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I was like, Frank, you need to be escorted out by security.
yeah, he
Like,
probably would get arrested. I mean, he is a fugitive at this point, so yeah.
yeah. So
Wait. Is he? Why is he a fugitive?
I mean, I mean, first of all, he murdered
I mean,
an
besides the
immense
obvious.
amount of people in his last movie, and then even before that, I want
because
to
yeah,
say he was still
Kingpin
a
wants him,
yeah,
obviously. And also, you know, with the anti-vigilante act in New
Oh,
York.
okay,
Oh yeah,
okay.
Kingpin, I forgot. Kingpin got shut down by Daredevil.
yeah, right,
So maybe Frank is no longer cuz yeah, okay, Kingpin lost and he's on an island.
yeah.
So never mind.
But I guess to
Um
be fair,
And we
Frank did kill a ton of people.
that is true.
that's my point. It's like
Okay.
he lowered the population rate in that area by a significant amount, and yeah. So I'm just interested in like, and we don't know the timeline. Who knows? But
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, do we even know what year it is in the MCU at this point?
they didn't
Well,
say.
that's what's weird is this movie is
Yeah,
4 years after
that's what
uh
I'm saying. Yeah, they moved up the timeline
yeah.
a lot. Like even
So
before this, I'm pretty sure they moved the timeline up. We're not in 2026.
Oh no, yeah, we've always been like 4 years ahead. But yeah, we might even be even
but
more
because
now.
of how slowly movies are coming out now, I'm wondering
Yeah, because at one point I thought it caught up. At one point, like
yeah.
we were year for year
Can't
at one
though.
point.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We might. It just seems weird to be like
I think Endgame might have did it
we're
when
1 year
everybody
after
came.
Endgame.
Well, I think with I don't think it was quite in game. I think it took a little longer for us to
Was
catch
it?
up, but
Was
yeah.
it? Okay.
I don't it's
Because it would have
so
been
hard to
5
know.
years when they moved it up. Because all the people came back 5 years later.
Yeah. So it was if Infinity War was what 2018
Yeah,
and Endgame was 5 years after that. So Endgame was 23.
Yeah, I think
that's
that's
what I'm
right.
saying. I think.
But yeah, I feel like we either caught up or are not far off.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like we I think we're probably like 3 to 5 years
Like
behind the
it
MCU can't.
it
I can see
might be
that.
2028
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
MCU.
Yeah, I
And
can
I'm
see that.
sure that somebody knows. I'm sure it has been calculated, but yeah. Anyway, uh Frank is there with him because again, he doesn't really have friends. And not only that, but like
Well,
nobody
both of them.
knows who he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts. Can't take
But
a chance.
yeah. And so yeah, he wakes up and yeah, Frank is there with him, and Frank is like, I thought I lost you.
Hmm.
And Peter was like, are you crying, Frank?
That
Those
was
tears
good.
in your eyes? I was like, this is great. I love all that's happening
Yeah.
right now. And so uh he was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of here. And Frank was like, I have an idea.
Bro, that was
Hear
That
me
good.
out.
was good.
That shit was also hilarious.
Yeah, that was
Right.
good.
Yeah, he just sneaks out and there's a little kid who clocks him, but
Hmm.
yeah, he's able to sneak out of there and he's like, you know what? Maybe friendship is a superpower.
Mm.
So
I will say that it sounds like that him coming out, him being in the hospital and the fans like taking over and stuff, willing him back. That was in the comic book. It's called like Amazing Fantasy 1000, I think. But it's like an alternate universe Dan Slott wrote.
Oh, I
But
got
it's
that.
very much, yeah, it's very much pulling from that.
Okay.
Um, yeah, but that whole scene was dope. Like it was cool to see like a fandom, but also like, and unlike most places, like New York, and I thought they did a great job showing it. Like New York really embraces Spider Man, and
yeah,
so that 100% makes sense. That like if he's hurt, people are gonna support him.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. New
he
York
leaves the
was Spider-Man and the
hospital.
Knicks.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
calls his police officer. He's like, I know your kids' names now.
yeah,
Tell him I said hi.
yeah,
Um, he runs into Ned as Peter,
yeah,
and he's like, "Yeah, you're from the party." And then they do their secret handshake, and he's like, "Peter?" And I was like,
yeah.
"All right,
Right.
I
oh, okay.
Yeah,
If Mary
ain't gonna
Jane didn't
lie.
know, Ned's not gonna fucking know." But all right,
I ain't gonna lie though. That's kind of one of those things where you, as a kid, you had a handshake with your homie from middle school. You run into him now. Y'all kind of do it. You like kind of slide back into it. I was like,
yeah,
okay, I see what you did there, but I was like, there's no way. Because in real life, if somebody do that to me, and let's say we have something like that, I'm like, damn, what was your name again? Like,
yeah.
yeah, I don't remember your name, but I remember us doing it.
yeah. Pause. Yeah.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's
I had to get
that's
one. I
fair.
had to get one.
Yeah, no,
That's
okay.
fair.
Yeah.
And so then we get credits, and after the credits, we see the Spidey Finder, the Spidey Tracker,
Yeah.
just leaves Earth and goes into space. Not too far, just
hmm
space. And a Spidey has been found.
Secret Wars?
Okay. So I thought it was Miles at first, but then I realized like no, that was actually just off planet. Yeah, this has to be Secret Wars Battle World.
Battle World. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my thought was, okay, we saw the Fantastic Four ship in Thunderbolts just in space.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, it's that same thing. And it's one of the other Peters,
Mm,
was what I kind of decided. But
gotcha.
I was like, I don't know. Then I started doing the like logistics of like, I don't know how sophisticated that app is because the app kind of relies on other people seeing Spider-Man. It's kind of like a Waze app.
Which
Like
that
it
was in the
re
game too. That was in a video game too.
like it relies on other
Really?
people. And so how could it have found Spider-Man in space if it like doesn't have Spider-Man's DNA or like I started doing like that's kind of bullshit. Like
Yeah.
there's no way that the app would have been able to do that. But whatever. They
Yeah.
got we got to Easter egg our way to the next shit.
Yeah.
So Brandon, what did you think of this movie? What are your just thoughts on
Yeah,
this
and then
movie?
and then also we'll give a grade too after you give your overall thoughts.
Okay. We also need to rank low key. But
Oh yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Again, I think I've talked about it. We've talked about it in general. I am not a Spider-Man guy. That's just not a character that I've ever understood the hype. However, in the MCU version, Tom Holland, my favorite Spider-Man of them all so far.
Yep.
Uh, I he's made me fall in love with certain parts of the character that at first I didn't like originally, like from comic books or TV shows. I thought it was kind of goofy and silly and whatever. But he's made me like, I don't know, he's brought like a charm to it. And yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed, other than the second one, I've enjoyed all of these movies, Spider-Man movies in the MCU. For me, are we going to go ahead and do ratings?
Yeah, I'll say yeah. Overall
Well,
thoughts and then give ratings. Oh, go ahead.
I want to, before you give a number,
Hmm.
is this movie to you better than Homecoming?
Wow. So I've been struggling with this for ever since I saw it. And for me, I am higher on Homecoming than I know some other people are. I know most people like
That's why I'm
No Way
asking
Home.
you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just want to give that clarification because that again, Homecoming, I'm not a Spider-Man guy, but that made me be like, oh, I rocks with this Spider-Man. I right now I think Homecoming's better, but it is close. It's very close. So for me, I got 1, 4,
3-2.
3, 3, 2. Yeah, 1, 4, 3, 2. Um, but yeah, and overall rating, I'd probably give it a solid. I'd give it a 9. I'd give it a 9. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Um, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I have been trying to decide how I feel about it in relation to No Way Home. And I think that No Way Home, I mean, nostalgia, of course,
yeah,
was wonderful in No Way Home, but looking at No Way Home just as a movie, like I actually enjoyed the movie, the story being told, and what Peter went through in that movie.
yeah,
So, like, even though it was a nostalgia trap, even without all that, I really liked the movie
yeah,
for what it was. And I mean, of course, this movie was excellent. This movie also had some nostalgia trapping and really like cameo traps.
yeah,
I guess less than nostalgia, but I got hype seeing the folk in it.
yeah.
So I was trying to decide like just movie for movie without taking into consideration the people that were in it. Where do I live on it?
Mm,
And I am still trying to decide where I live on that.
okay.
And I may have an answer by the end of this episode, but I think that I too would give this movie a 9. I don't know that I don't have any like notes. There's nothing I'm like, oh, they should have done this, or, this could have been better. Like, I think that the story being told was really great. The twists and turns were done really well because, again, I did not clock this at all.
Hmm.
I think that the cinematography was excellent in this movie. Like the way that a lot of the movie was shot. I also thought this movie was paced well because there were a lot of times I was like, oh, if this movie's an hour and a half, then it's probably about to be over. But like, I don't want that. And then it kept going.
Yes,
And I was like,
100%,
it wasn't a
100% agree with that.
situation where I felt like, oh, this is going on too long. This is a situation where I was like, no, we can't be done yet.
Yes, yeah, 100%.
So I I really enjoyed this movie, and I don't know that I am able to point to anything that I took issue with, honestly. I think that
Yeah,
they did everything really well. I think that all of the characters that were in it were used very well, very appropriately. Um, I I don't really have anything bad to say about it.
yeah,
I mean, for me, this this is why I think the MCU's been on the uptick so far. Like I would say it's been on the uptick for a good while now. Um, this
I mean,
is
compared to
this
Phase, what, 4? Was Phase 4 the ugly one?
Yeah,
I
honestly, I don't even know what phase we're in anymore. Like,
Yep.
yeah, I don't know what phase we're in. But I mean, with Wonder Man, with the Punisher one shot, Daredevil, like I think we have been even Ironheart for
Honestly,
me.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah, and
Thunderbolts, yeah.
Thunderbolts. I
Thunderbolts
mean,
is better than I planned on it being.
I would
Fantastic Four is
say,
only like, but
yeah,
I enjoyed it.
like we've been on the up, and so I
Hmm.
feel like this has solidified people who's like, oh, the MCU is back or not back, is whack, or the MCU ain't it ain't is what it is no more. Like this is the movie that solidifies that yes, the MCU is fully back, and this movie was purely amazing. This is the best Spider-Man movie to me, in my opinion. For me, it's 4, 1, 3, 2, and the twists, the turns in the movie, the story, the fact that this is why we only watch one trailer because when you watch multiple trailers, you get spoilers. And this way that we've been doing it has been absolutely riveting. I'm giving it a 9 as well. I love this movie. This is very highly rewatchable. And then
Oh, yeah.
Oh
honestly,
yeah,
this movie,
This movie's
I
going
think
to
I
age
stopped.
well.
yeah.
I think I stopped buying Blu-rays for the MCU, but like I've literally been thinking about going back and finishing out my MCU collection. So
Yeah.
yeah, I really enjoyed this movie,
Okay.
and
Um,
like we talked about earlier, the ramifications of the movie in general. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, all right, real quick. I know we're almost there, but I quickly want to go over. We do MCU rankings. I know we haven't really talked about it because there hasn't been, they're so spread out now with the releases and whatnot. I just want to quickly go throw out some movies and you tell me if it's better. Now, this is
I have
again,
mine
folks.
rated. I
This
have
is
mine ranked. Did y'all rank y'all's?
I think I know
I
where
don't
I'm
have
going to
mine
put it.
yet. I'm
Okay, you don't
still
have your
thinking
choice.
about it,
I
but I
think I
just
know
want
where
to.
I'm going to put it. And I realize, like, I'm looking at my ranking right now, and there's a movie that I'm going to need to move at some point.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna just throw some movies out there. Is Brand New Day better than The Avengers?
No.
No.
Okay. Is Brand New Day better than Spider-Man Homecoming?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Is it better than Black Panther?
Yes.
Yes. I would say yes as well.
Wow. That's kind of crazy. All right. I respect it.
Is
Is
it?
it bet
Like, is it crazy?
I don't think it's nuts. I just think it's a little disrespectful to Black Panther, but I get why you're saying that. I definitely get it. Okay, is it better
I
than
mean, if we're talking about impact, no. If we're talking about a film, yes.
yeah, just film. Just film. Okay. Guardians 1.
Yes.
Ooh. So Guardians 1 is what got bumped down for me. So I think this is better than Guardians 1.
I
Okay.
mean, you know where I stand. Like, Guardians 3 is the better Guardians to me, and it is better
Yeah,
than that too.
that's I have it in between 3 and 1.
Damn. I'm making it. Okay. Is this better than Iron Man?
Yes.
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
Okay. Is this better than Ragnarok?
bro. You ain't
You
gonna
know
ask me.
how Jordan feels on that.
Yeah,
That's that's about where I that's where that's where the line is. I think I think I have it above Ragnarok.
Okay, so
It's in Ragnarok's neighborhood for me. Like
okay.
that's in my ranking. I'm looking at Ragnarok right now and deciding which side of Ragnarok it's going to go on. But it
Okay.
looks like I think I'm going to have it on the top side of Ragnarok.
So this again, this is temporary, guys. We're going to finalize our rankings. We'll talk about it maybe later. Is this a top 10 MCU
Yes.
movie?
yes.
Yeah, it's absolutely top 10.
I like to hear it. Okay.
And that's the thing. For the top 10, there are really only 5 spots you're
I
working
mean,
with
yeah, 100%.
because the first 5 are locked until
Oh
Doomsday,
yeah,
probably. The first 5 are locked in.
yeah.
I might. Okay. All right. I figured out where I'm putting it. Okay.
All right. So what? Last thing. right quick.
Yep.
So we do a game where we play Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh yeah.
These guys do not know the scores. I have the scores right here in front of me, and so these guys are going to try to guess what they think the Rotten Tomato scores are, and the rules are the closest to the bucket without going over. Spencer normally dominates this game. He does pretty good at it, but the last person who actually won
Oh, we tied last time.
is yeah, you tied last time. So, Brandon, we'll start with you. What do you think the critic score is on this?
Critic score, I'm gonna give it a 83.
Okay, Spencer, what you think?
91.
Ooh, with 384 reviews as of current, the Rotten Tomato score for critic is sitting at a 90%.
God damn it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we went over by one. So
let's go.
Brandon wins this round. So Brandon, you have it again. What do you think the audience score is?
Audience score, I'm gonna go with a 93.
Okay, Spencer, what you think?
My heart says 95. Um, I'm wondering if that's a little too high, but that's what my heart says. So I'm gonna go 95.
All right. So we're currently 10,000 plus verified reviews. Spider-Man Brand New Day is currently sitting at a 98% according to Rotten
Damn,
Tomatoes.
Good.
10K votes. That's what's up.
Yeah. So
I mean, my theater was sold out.
Oh, mine too.
Like
Like I had
yeah,
this,
to
mine
move
too
a couple.
for the weekend.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's
like there
already
were a lot of
broken
people
the.
who didn't get tickets.
Yeah, it broke the in-game record. So
And I was telling somebody, I was like, of course we like the MCU, but like Spider-Man brings out
yeah, it
regular
brings out.
people.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
brings out
Like
the
he
casuals.
is the most popular character in the world, like comic book character in the world. Like it's tough.
And I
He
think
brings them out.
Spider-Man still appeals to kids, I
Yeah, he's
think,
safe.
more
Man,
than
yes,
any other
Yeah.
hero
yeah,
does.
You can bring your family to a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, like
yeah,
kids love Spider-Man. And Spider-Man has done a good job of, keeping uh kid friendly in some form,
Yeah.
where I
yeah.
feel like DC has not, which is
Right.
fine, but yeah.
Well, I think that's it.
Good
Yeah.
time. Great movie.
I think this was okay, so Jordan, what number ranking do you have? Where do you have this movie?
It is currently sitting at number 8. So Guardians 3 is at 7. Guardians 1 is at 9. It bumped out Ant-Man out of the top 10.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
What about
Top
you?
10 is crazy.
For me, I also have it at 8. Um, it's I have Deadpool and Wolverine at 7, which looking at feels crazy to me.
Thanks. I agree.
I got it at 6. So
That's
Uh,
nuts.
like that feels like just looking at them like, why did I do that? So I'm gonna need to watch that movie again.
Yeah, y'all. I will say, I remember after that doing that review, I was like, fellas, but I'll let y'all rock. That's y'all's guy. I get it.
I mean,
But
yeah,
I
and I
was,
still
and I'm
enjoyed
sure
the
you guys
movie a
have it.
lot,
Yeah, you guys will have it
but
way higher than me, no matter what. I'm just saying.
but I that feels too high.
now who is the villain? Because we do have villains ranking, which I need to make sure mine's updated. So I'm not gonna say mine's yet. But like, who is the villain of the movie? Is it Jean Grey or is it Damage Control?
I say damage control. Personally.
I would rank Jean though.
I just
Like
feel like
she was
she got a backstory. She got a whole deal.
Because I'm like,
yeah.
is she the villain?
Like there's a whole thing there, and like I guess by the end of the movie she's definitely not the villain, but like she's who we were dealing with.
Okay, so you if because I mean we all have our MCU villains ranking, which like I said I have updated mine, but you would say I mean you would say Jean.
If we are ranking villains, then yeah, like I don't know that I'd rank Damage Control very
Okay,
high in this movie, but like Jean being ranked against the other villains from the MCU makes more sense to me if we're doing rankings, than us ranking damage control. Because if I'm ranking damage control, they're not going to do well. But if I'm ranking Gene, she's got a pretty good shot of doing pretty well.
Okay. All right.
But that's just my opinion. If we decide that damage control is the villain, then okay. Brandon, do you know where you have this movie ranked?
I have this movie number 8. I have Black Panther, Civil War ahead of it, and I have Guardians No Way Home behind it.
Okay.
Okay, so we all got it at 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And honestly, it depending on what happens when I rewatch Deadpool and Wolverine, it may move up to 7.
Yeah.
But I also want to rewatch Spider-Man No Way Home.
I
Because
do too.
right now I have Spider-Man No Way Home at 10.
Same.
So I need to watch those two movies and then reassess my ranking. But I do wonder if Doomsday will crack the top 5.
Yeah,
I
that's
can see
a
it.
tough top. That's a tough top
That's a
5. Yeah,
tough,
they got
Yeah,
tough
three.
no,
task.
but that's the thing. That's what they're building up to.
Yeah, that's what
Like
they're aiming for.
they're working up to this being the Avengers level event. So I wonder if it's up to them, it's gonna be up in that tier of film, but I wonder I wonder if it's gonna crack the top 5.
I
Because
need
that's gonna
to
be its goal.
absolutely. I need to rewatch Thunderbolts. I might have that too low. I have a 16. That might be too low. We'll see.
I Thunderbolts at 15.
Yeah.
And that's it. Based on all the movies I have ahead of it, I think that's where it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah,
not mad at Thunderbolt's placement looking at all the movies that I have before it.
yeah, I got it at 17.
Cool.
But yeah,
But
I think that there are two movies in my top 10 that I need to reassess pretty soon.
Yeah. We need
So,
to we need to have a MCU.
I
We need
mean,
to
I
have
think
a
Doomsday is a good movie to like
yeah, that's what I'm
reevaluate
saying. Before Doomsday comes out, we need to reevaluate our rankings. We'll definitely do that.
because
probably October, November do
I
that.
mean, yeah, and Doomsday will
Yeah.
bring us to 39.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think
I
that
like it.
if you're looking at your list and there's anything you're like, how did that happen? Let's get that movie watched.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's recalibrate and then reconvene.
Yeah. I need y'all to watch. You know what I mean? Deadpool, Wolverine, and report back.
I'm
I've seen it
I'm
twice.
I'm going to rewatch it because
Okay.
Yeah, Doctor
I
Strange Multiverse of Madness for me. I might need to rewatch it
Gotcha. Yeah.
because
Always one.
that's a number 10. That's a number 10 right now.
that one I
Ooh.
reevaluated that one. Like that
I
one
mean,
when I walked out of that film, I felt one way. When I reassessed, I felt very differently.
Yeah, I need to
yeah.
rewatch it.
You do
Yeah.
because it is 23 for me.
Damn,
Dog. Reevaluate for
23.
real.
But again,
Yeah, for
when I
real.
walked out of the theater, I was so
Wait,
impressed and loved it so much. And
this is Doctor Strange 2, correct?
two, yes.
Oh, yeah, I got
There's
24.
no 3.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting, them early phase 5 kind of ruined my memory. So I like,
Yeah, a
um,
lot of that is a blur.
yeah, but I have 24. So
Oh damn, maybe it's just me. Okay, yeah, I need to rewatch it
No,
then.
it's not because I was that same way. But I have reassessed that one.
Okay,
I had to update my list. So yeah, I need to update it again.
same.
But yeah,
okay,
there two movies will be under review, and I will. I'll have that ready for y'all whenever we discuss it. As they said, we'll do it later in the year, leading up to Doomsday.
Yes, sir.
the road to doomsday. But let us know what you thought about the movie.
Yes,
Hmm.
please.
We're always curious to see what people think.
And I also want to know what your tier level is. Uh, at like when you watch this movie, like where your tier level is for MCU, where your tier level is for comic books, where it is for Spider-Man. Like I want to know where you live
X-Men.
because again, I know a lot of people have skipped a lot of MCU movies, but went ahead and saw this one.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? One last thing quick. Somebody that I know does not watch movies at all. Like this person, every time I ask them how their weekend was, they don't watch TV or movies. They said they're going to go see this movie. I'm like, wow. Like you skipped 30 MCU movies and you've only seen the Spider-Man movies.
And the IP, that Spider-Man IP is different, man.
Yeah, I was like,
That's why Sony is
that
holding
threw me
on
off.
to it.
Absolutely.
Sony's like, nah, we understand that
Yeah,
Spider-Man, like if you have any Marvel property, Spider-Man's the one you want.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Makes
So,
sense.
But with all that being said, never duplicate it.
Always appreciate it.
and forever melanated.